All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's the Afternoon Experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you for a couple hours today. We'll talk a little bit about stuff that I'm really not up on, everything that's going on. Oh, hold on. What did I do with my phone? See, now my phone is gonna ring. Did I leave it upstairs? I don't know what I did with my phone. But we're gonna talk about some stuff. Y'all, I really don't know what I did with my phone. I feel lost without my phone. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. I got a little bit of an announcement, if you wanna call it that. A little bit. There it is. There's the phone. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Put it on silent. All right, I got a little bit of an announcement to give today because I got to explain my absence. I don't know. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown ass man. But I still feel like I have to explain my absence to y'all. And I don't know why. I don't owe y'all nothing. But I kind of feel like I owe y'all something. So I'll explain the absence today. And we'll just see how this thing goes. It's been a minute since I went on. I didn't talk about the police officer in Texas A&M. Y'all know stuff like that bother me. So I missed that whole conversation. I didn't get a chance to talk about those thugs down there at Taft. But then find out that maybe they wasn't thugs down there at Taft. And all of that kind of stuff. I didn't get a chance to talk about that. There's just stuff going on. I didn't get a chance to talk about the mayor telling the buses not to go to government school. I didn't get a chance to talk about any of that stuff. None of it. My shirt is ill-fitting. I don't know why. I feel like it ain't fitting me right. And it's not because I'm fat, because I'm used to stuff not fitting me right due to fat. It's not fitting me right, just not fitting me right. Now my screen freezing up. It's just so much I missed. And I might just touch on a little bit of everything. Not to mention when I started, the chat wasn't coming through, so I probably missed the first 5 or 6 people who sent the message in. I probably missed y'all because it didn't come up in the chat. So but I do have an announcement. I do have a bit of an announcement. But let me get to the hellos. And if you said hello before Ben Thomas, I don't have you on my screen. And I can't pull those up. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me see something. Maybe I can pull them up. Hold on. Let me check. No. It's not letting me pull them up. So, but let's get to it. It's already a disappointing show. Look, if y'all want to leave, I understand wholeheartedly. Like, just leave, and it won't hurt my feelings. So let's go. Ben Thomas, what up? Representing Northwest Blue Ash. Can't beat that. Ben, thank you for checking us out. Carolyn Smith, good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. I appreciate you. Andrea Bustle. Wait a minute. That means I got something open and I'm getting notifications here. All right, let's shut. As a matter of fact, let me shut all of this down. This might be why, because my computer's running a little slow and I'm not used to that happening. But I do have a lot of things open. So we're gonna shut you down, shut you down, shut you down, shut you down. I got stuff that's not shutting down. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, force quit. You too. Quit. Sorry, y'all. I'm off today. Just mentally off, and some of this stuff I ain't used in forever, and I still got it open. It doesn't make sense. All right, let's just quit you since you acting up. We're gonna force quit you. All right, and then we'll open you back up. Hold on, give me just a second. No, not you. You can stay there, I believe, for now. And then let me open up the phones, or pull up the phones anyway. Open up, open, finish opening. There we go. All right, close that. And all right, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. Andrea Bustle on her way to Gulf Manor. Good afternoon. Got Carolyn Smith in the house. Carolyn said, I got a notification. All right, you can't beat that. DeAndre Crosby says first. All right. All right. Good afternoon. My lighting is good. Thank you. Thank you. I did a little bit of work, try to fix the green. I can't really tell on this monitor. But thank you. I appreciate that. Regina Denson Griffin. Good afternoon. Representing Claremont. Good afternoon. Alethea. Time for those sweatshirt winners. Not sure what that means. You might have to call me and explain what that means. You called me yesterday and I was busy, which I get into all of that. But yeah, Seabreeze said you got to broadcast until midnight to make up for last week. Yeah, no, not going to happen. Don't allow. Yo Underwood, say always on CP time. Good afternoon. Representing Fairfield. All right. Good afternoon. LaDonna Howard, representing East Price Hill. Good afternoon out there in East Price Hill, LaDonna. Got Darnell Hunter says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Darnell Hunter. Yo Underwood. What's up, Yo Underwood? Carolyn Smith. I think Carolyn Smith was already in here. Dina Johnson. Dina Johnson, good afternoon. Diane Huddleston Angel, good afternoon to you. Pamela Kinney say, well, I was first. All right. I don't know who was first. I can't tell. So y'all can lie today. Pop-Tart flavor winners, tune in for your sweatshirts. I don't know what she's talking about. Hey, are you gainfully employed now? We'll talk about that. Pat Rogers say, what? And I was first. Good afternoon from East Westwood. Good afternoon. Everybody was first today. Scott Bain, he's representing Marina Del Rey, California. All right. He got like 5 houses. I want to be like that when I grow up. DeAndre was not first. All right. Steban Speed, people waited for a week for a new show. No one leaving. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. Edward Bentley say, what up, E? What up, Edward? Edward, you posted, that was nonsense what you posted. That was nonsense what you posted. But thank you for checking out the show. Katrina Newman, well, great afternoon, everyone. Long time see everyone. Katrina, was your page hacked? Was your page hacked? What was it, last Thursday I was on and you was posting nasty stuff? Was your page hacked? And now you back normal? Or was you just feeling nasty that day? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You a grown woman. David Herring, say, E-Man, thanks for being in the studio. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking us out. Lamont Jones, Grand Day, Powerful Royal People from Dent. Good afternoon. Y'all know if I don't read it, like, take time. I literally see the word purple, and it does not say purple anywhere in there. Pat Rogers. Oh, Pat's calling somebody else out. D. Gauze says, good afternoon, Negroes. Good afternoon. Let's see. Yeah, stuff do happen when I be gone for a long time, LaDonna. Off from work or off from not being on point? I'm off, like not on point today. Everything is off. Sean D. Nunner, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Erica Hummins, representing Reading, good afternoon. Still getting alerts. Let's see. Shauna Murphy doing a press conference at 5 p.m. What about the Indian Hill Taft deal? Okay. Samuel Campbell Jr., representing Sycamore Township. Good afternoon. Stuff just keep popping up. I need to turn off some of these things that are sending me notifications. Brenda Early in the house representing Fairfield. David Herring in the house representing I-75 marker 73. All right. Danny B. Dozier, our own Batman in the house, representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Dina says, did you see my good afternoon? I did not. I saw smiles and something else, you calling somebody else out, but I did not see your good afternoon. But good afternoon, Dina. The Angel Johnson in Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. Tanika in the house representing beautiful Orlando, Florida. And Tanika, we have not been on bad terms, really, but like one day. One day we was kind of on bad terms. But it's okay when it snows, which I know sounds crazy. I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. Hurts. Like, it's physically painful to me. Cold hurts. But when it snows, cold is okay. Like, there's only one reason for it to be cold in my mind and in my heart, and that's snow. So for whatever reason, when it snows, unless it's like super duper cold, when it snows, I can forgive the cold. And it was cold one day and it snowed. I think we got a couple inches of snow, but we still wasn't beefing yet, Tanika. And it's been beautiful days. It was really rainy yesterday, but I got a chance to get out on Monday and do some yard work before I had to go do some other stuff. And I blew all the leaves all in the cul-de-sac. You know, I once a year I go through and I, you know, pull out the blower and I go up in people's yards and everything and I blow all their leaves into the middle of the cul-de-sac and then blow them over to my driveway and pull out my little things and get up all the leaves for the entire cul-de-sac. And it looks really nice for like 2 hours. And then leaves keep falling and you halfway can't even tell that I did it. I don't even know that the neighbors know that I do it. But once a year, I do it. And Monday was the day. Went into all of that story just because Tanika is, she's taunting me because she's in Florida. So she's taunting me because she know it's warm down there and it's cold up here and I don't like the cold. And so her very presence taunts me. So that's the whole story there. Al Johnson says he's in Lebanon working. All right. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. Janice Evans says hello from Mainville. All right, Mainville in the house. Good afternoon, Janice Evans. Appreciate you. Vanessa Lynn Bennett London. She says good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to you. Can we get to the announcements after the greetings? Yes. I'm a Pop-Tart flavor winner. I don't know what that means. Jacqueline Carter, our own Wonder Woman. Good afternoon. Checking in from Evanston. Hey, Evanston in the house. Maria Smith says good afternoon again. Good afternoon, Maria. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Excuse me. I can't find my, and I've been telling y'all this for a minute. I'm gonna have to go buy some more allergy pills. Apparently, I still have this allergy deal, and so I have what they call it, post-nasal drip or whatever, and so I'm always coughing because of old nasty post-nasal drip. And I can't find my allergy pills, so now I gotta go buy some new allergy pills. I probably should just take them on a regular basis and not wait till it gets bad. But, Tony Revels in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tony Revels. He say, what up? What up to you? Okay. Ken, representing Cincinnati, living in Virginia. Oh, you're from Cincinnati, but you're representing Virginia. You always get it backwards. Katrina says, no, just being entertaining. Sex is not nasty. It's natural. You was being nasty, though. You was being nasty. It's okay. I'm not against, you being nasty. Sex is natural, but once you get a certain age, it's kind of nasty. I don't be thinking about, even though I'm almost there, nobody want to be thinking about 60 and 70-year-olds having sex. Don't nobody want to think about that. Did you try the jelly? Chelsea in the house. I did try the jelly. I tried Aunt George's jelly. I haven't tried yours yet. I will let you know. Lewis says, excellent commentary, young E-Man. I haven't commented on anything yet, so thank you. Just hellos. It's excellent commentary. We're on bad terms because I don't have my logo branded Diane's Cakes apron yet. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Call me. Sometime tonight after the show. Because if I call you, I won't remember, and I do have some things I need to do. But if you call me, you will remember, and I can talk while I'm doing some of these things. So call me after the show, please. Mary Birch says, howdy, E, and to everyone. Good afternoon. Mary Birch Lavender representing White Oak. Let's see. I think that's everybody. Let me scroll through real quick. No, Mary, it's not Kovic. I'm all right. Kovic ain't got me again. Nate, say, what's up, everyone? He's representing Toledo. All right, Toledo in the house. Herschel Daniels Jr. Has the CPS school board stepped up? Stepped up for what? Miss Pittsburgh say, here we go. All right, here we go. Chelsea saying, why you lie to Twin and tell him you would tell me he said congratulations and you didn't? Oh my goodness, that is loud. This is gonna feed back. I need to answer. Caller.
Yes.
Yes.
Calling in from Cincinnati.
All right.
Okay. Let me ask you, has the CPS school board stepped up yet?
Stepped up about what?
About what? Oh, you haven't seen it?
I'm not
Indian
sure.
Hills accused Taft of wrecking the guest football room. You know, they had a game and they called the police afterwards. Indian Hills athletic director called the police afterwards and said that the Taft students had kicked in the room that the football players came to, and it seems to turn out that the room was already torn up beforehand, and other players are coming out and saying, hey, you know, this was already messed up.
Yes,
Okay.
I did see that, and that's why when you say have they stepped up, I mean, if the place was already messed up, which, you know, some reports are saying that, you know, I'm
talking about in terms of the newly elected board, who I gotta admit I voted for, okay, but that they called an emergency meeting saying, hey, we're gonna empower the superintendent to conduct an investigation, just like they did when I said, you know, give us $500 million of your $600 million budget and put it in our hands, and this will be our return on investment, okay, relative to it. You know, what are they talking about in a case like this to defend our students, to find out what's really going on?
Well, my understanding, Herschel, is that somebody said they're holding a press conference today at 5, but I'd already heard them saying that it was something that they were looking into. But I guess I'm not. What's confusing me is the terminology you're using. Usually, when somebody say somebody needs to step up, that means somebody did something wrong and somebody needs to take responsibility for it and do something about it. And so I'm if the students
Indian Hills, Stephen. No.
Right, hold on.
When I said step up, okay, go ahead.
If the students did not do what they were accused of doing, then what does CPS need to do to step up? What would be stepping up in your opinion?
If step up would come up and say our students were not, okay, so either they've, in the past 24 hours, they've investigated this and that they're going to have a press conference and that they're going to stand up for the students. The students are going to see the adults are going to stand up for them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. They're going to see.
And I guess to answer your question, I'm hearing that they are holding a press conference today at 5 o'clock, and so maybe that's when they will step up.
And I'm hoping for that.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is, that this week a multi-billion-dollar plan was put forth for reimagining Cincinnati. Okay, if you don't know, it was presented to the planning. Okay, and so the people didn't know that this has been going on for the past couple of years, that they've been redesigning the West End, and designing the plans for these buildings. And FC Cincinnati just submitted their $300 and some million final design. Okay, and so on Saturday they're going to have this housing conference, right? Okay, at Cintas. And so it's time for black folk in this city that they have the resources. We have the resources. It's not about not having the resources. Anybody who tells you we don't have the resources, I tell them to go take a look at what we just did for $88 billion with PNC that ends this year. But we got $100 billion agreement with U.S. Bank done right now. Not trying to get it. It's done. Okay. There has to be coming together what is the black folks' plan for the city. What do black folk want for the city? And saying to the CBC, all right, not as children, 3CDC and DCI and Uptown, but the CBC, this is what we want. Okay, so
right.
Looking forward to you and others who have the voice of Cincinnati joining us in doing that.
All right. Now, I'll be honest. I hate to say I didn't hear hardly anything that you said, that last little piece about whatever the city did, because I was distracted by that beat. It's distracting me. It startles me every time. Are you like sitting directly under the fire alarm thing?
Oh, that beat. Yeah, I have that going off. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll call from a regular.
But you're gonna change the battery in it today, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna change the battery today.
Oh, good,
okay.
Good.
Yeah. I'll get it turned
But
off.
for real, are
anyway,
you sitting
go take a look at it.
Okay, I will. But are you sitting directly under it?
No.
Ooh, it is loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll call you back when it's the battery's changed. But
Okay.
Go take a look at the $100 billion U.S. Bank Community Benefit Agreement. It's in effect right now.
All right.
The city can use it.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right. There we go. All right. I will go check out what he said, but again, I was distracted by the beat. So, okay. All right. I wasn't finished with all of the hellos, but and people are saying that I'm buffering. The show is buffering. I got good speeds and everything. I might need to restart the computer. The computer been on since Thursday. I didn't put it to sleep. I didn't shut it down. I just walked away because I had stuff to do. So the computer has been on since Thursday. Is everybody buffering? Am I freezing up or anything like that? Do I need to shut it down and restart it and start another live? Because I can do that. It would take me maybe 2 minutes. Seabreeze says it's all good on YouTube. Okay, so that means it's not necessarily me. Somebody said, Dina, well, no, that wasn't Dina. Who was that? Um, Dina, but he hear that damn beeping. He probably did not hear the beeping. It's so interesting. Y'all know, and I explain this every once in a blue moon when we hear beeping. Every once in a blue moon, I explain this. When you're, have you ever lived or stayed with somebody, been to somebody's house and they got like a grandfather clock that they have, you know, all the active settings on, and so every hour you get the gongs and all of that kind of stuff, and you sitting there and it's loud. Well, they don't hear it. Your brain is so amazing that your brain totally filters that out after a while. And you just don't hear it. So once that thing starts beeping, excuse me, you might hear it, you know, for a day or two. But then after a while, your brain filters the beep out. So you genuinely don't hear it. I don't know how the brain does it, but the brain does it. So Dina, it is very possible he did not hear the beeping. It's very possible. I told y'all, and I still got some people saying that I'm buffering. Pat says mine is buffering so bad I'm gonna miss the announcement. The YouTube people say that theirs is not buffering. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get Herschel off of there. The YouTube people say that they're not buffering. Andrea says freezing and buffering real bad. Okay, so look, because and then when I come back from restarting, I will make this small announcement. It's a small announcement. It's not a big announcement, but it's a small announcement. Nate says my buffering has stopped. Okay, hold on. It seems to have refreshed and fixed itself now. Okay, not buffering here. Okay, so we're not buffering. All right. So the buffering apparently has fixed itself. So my little announcement. Wonder Woman said I had to go out and come back in. So a few people, if you're buffering really bad, refresh or go out and come back in. I'll still be here. I'll give y'all a couple minutes to refresh or, you know, go out and then come back in. So I'll wait just a couple minutes before I do the announcement. Apparently on YouTube, it's not buffering at all. So I'll give you guys a few minutes. I lived, talking about the beep thing again, because somebody said it's that you can hear it when it's that loud. I lived in a place where the railroad tracks were like a block away. And when I first moved in, like when we looked at the house, there wasn't no trains didn't come through. Didn't even think about it. When we moved in and the trains start coming through, I was like, oh my God, this is so loud. This is so loud. And then probably about 2 weeks later, I didn't even notice the train. Like literally did not notice it. And I would be on the phone talking to people and the train would be coming by and they'd be like, what is that noise? And I'd be like, what noise? What are you talking about? And they'd be like, it sounds like a train. And then you got to really focus to hear it. Like, oh, that's the train. How do you live with that? I don't even notice it anymore. Our brains are amazing. Some of our brains are. All right. Hopefully that was enough time for everybody to get out and to come back in. And the announcement, really quick. And again, it's a small announcement. I haven't been here. I was last week and the week before that. I know I missed a lot of days the week before that, last week and this week. But it's because I got a new job. I you know, did the whole resume thing. For those of you who don't know, I went and took some classes. I took I guess they call it a boot camp, for cybersecurity and networking and IT and all of that kind of stuff. And, because I was unemployed. And finished that program in the beginning of October. And then start, putting in applications, sending out resumes, all that kind of stuff. And then you send out everything. You got all of the different sites and all the different, and you send out different things and you wait. Because the job market is not great out there. So you put that out there and you wait. And then somebody calls you and, usually it's a recruiter, sees your stuff and, it passes their little screening or whatever. And then they call you and then they kind of screen you. And then you do an interview and then you do a follow-up interview. And it's an entire process. And I was not aware of that. Almost every job that I had ever gotten was because I knew somebody who knew somebody. I never had to go through the whole process. I knew somebody who knew somebody. So somebody said to somebody, hey, I know somebody that can do that. And they said, well, put them in touch with me and put me in touch and bam, and everything happened. Well, this time that wasn't the case, and I had to be like a normal person. But, eventually I had, some interviews, and then I got a few callback interviews and all that kind of stuff. And then I got a job offer, the whole deal. And now, having going through all of the intake procedures for this company, which I can't tell y'all what the company is. But it's a company, it's a good company, and the company represents other companies. So I'll be working for this company, working for this company. But yeah, so I do have a new job that I am starting on Monday. I start my new job. Thank you, onboarding. Thank you, Vernon. Me and words. So I have a new job that I am starting on Monday. New job starting on Monday. But yeah, doing all of this other stuff has really been distracting, or, taking time from this. Not complaining. I'd rather have a job. I'd rather have a job. So yes, I will be starting a new job. Now, we'll have to figure out a time. Is it an IT position? Yes, it is an IT position. It is in my new field. And I will have to figure out a time to do the show. Because the new job is a second shift job. And so I go into work in the afternoon, 2:00 in the afternoon. So I can't very well be here at 3:00 or 4:00, 5:00, 6:00, so on and so forth. So I have to figure something out about a time to do the show. I will have to figure it out, or we will have to figure it out, kind of together, because I don't want to stop and not, I don't want to not do the show. I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy the interaction that we have. And so I have to figure out when to do it. So I'll figure all of that out. We'll talk about it. But I wanted to announce that again for the past couple of weeks. I can't say every day that I was missing was due to that. But a lot of the days that I was missing was due to, interviews and other things of that nature, and then the onboarding process and all of that kind of stuff. So, but it looks like I'm good. So, Jacqueline says 5 days a week. Yeah, it's a full-time job. Yeah, it's a full-time job. So yeah, and it's not remote. I go into the office and all of that kind of stuff and do what I do. So I'm excited. I appreciate that y'all been on this journey with me and y'all been patient with me and all of that kind of stuff. And I appreciate y'all, and we'll see how it go. And I'll keep y'all updated. I'll keep y'all updated on how things are going. But yeah, I'm excited about the job. And everything should be good. Everything should be good. Let me go to the phones. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
CK, I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Making sure everything good with you, man. Congratulations is in order. congratulations in order for your job you'll be starting Monday, sir.
Well, thank you. I
I'm very
appreciate that.
impressed.
I appreciate that.
When I started work today, this is like a manifesto because when I started, we celebrated a colleague retiring after 47 years of service, Mr. Livingston. And then I hear this news from you. So we was eating and getting full right before work, and then I hear this great news from you, your journey to your 5 days. Is it first shift or second shift?
Second.
Yeah, so that's what I'm on. I like second. See, when you don't have children or your kids are grown, second shift is suffice.
Yeah, last time I worked a second shift job, it really wasn't a second shift job. It was like second/third shift because I think I went in at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but sometimes wouldn't get off work until 3 o'clock in the morning. And so my kids were in school and in programs and all that kind of stuff, football and cheerleading, and I missed so much stuff that it wasn't even funny, and I hated second shift. But like you said, I don't have little kids now. You know, we got a little baby, but little baby do a little baby, and she got a mom and a daddy and all that kind of stuff. So
there it is. She got parents.
Yes.
You the grandparents. So like you said, hey, so they was in the prime of their life when you was at working second shift, your children?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what the prime of their life is. But they was little kids. Like,
I'm like, sometime in their lives, they don't really need you there, but then in some type of the developmental stage, you kind of, like you said, at teenage, you kind of want to see the games and go to the dance recitals. You're going to miss that doing second shift, Livingston. Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, you did. I did miss a lot of those things of them when they were growing up and I was working second shift. But I don't have to worry about that now. The second shift works just fine for me. Plus, you get paid a little more when you do second shift, and so that's a benefit as well.
That's what I'm doing, man. I'm celebrating 1 year of second shiftness after this month, and I concur with the money saving process because you can't do shit. And I work the weekend. I would get every other weekend off. So like you said, I'm missing events, extravagant events. But if you miss them, you're not paying. You see what I mean? So I can't go on a lot of dates. You got to schedule dates on, your off days.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I do. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but so the job that you got, you liking it? It's like something, when you say you're excited, it's like something you feel like you're going to enjoy doing on a daily basis.
Yes, absolutely.
I like that, man. I like that. At this age, you finding something that you need, because when I lost my career, Livingston, that was my main concern, was where do I go from here? Because I was never a guy that liked to switch up. I stayed at jobs for a long time. So
okay, hold on. Remind me again, what was your career?
Yes, sir. I was a commercial driver's license.
Okay.
Yes. And doing this for years, I became so good. You have to stay humble, and I would admit.
And why did you lose that career? Like, you couldn't go do that again?
Oh, because I was not being disciplined and I did not cherish what I had. When you have a commercial driver license, you must be responsible. You should never drink and drive under any circumstances, especially if you are a professional driver.
Could you go get your commercial driver's license again? Like, is it a thing where if you get a DUI, you lose it and then you can never get it again? Or is it a certain amount of time that passes and then you can try to get reinstated and go back to that field?
Yes, right on both ends. But I am it's a 2-strike law, sir, in Ohio. So 2 of them, get your ass out of here. You don't need to be driving. And I think you would agree with that too.
So you can never get a CDL in Ohio again?
Because of 2 violations.
Now what
not
about
one?
What
one
about,
you can.
What about Kentucky?
Yes, I'm. It got me a little emotional right there. Yes, I am investigating those opportunities, but I have found myself in a new career that is more soul fulfilling. Maybe not money wise, but I'm happy overall.
Okay,
Overall, I
wait.
did lose money, but
Hold
I'm
on.
in a better
Wait,
circumstance now. But
wait. And I'm not trying to be funny, but and even though I might be smiling, I promise I'm not trying to be funny. It's something about the situation just makes me. I have a condition, so just ignore
it's
that
all
part of it.
funny, man. Life is funny though. You got to
It's
admit,
not
it's
funny.
all funny. We can
But
find humor
hold on.
in sadness.
So you're saying that your new career is more fulfilling, but I thought your new career was you worked at like Popeyes or Church's Chicken or something like that.
Sir, when you think of me, your mind goes all over the place. You go to where you want. You don't stick to what I be telling you.
Okay, what?
That shit was so long ago. That was 6, 7 years. That was on the buzz.
Okay, well,
I've
refresh
been
my
telling
memory.
you, I've been gone from that. I was a church's drive-through guy for years.
Okay, so
until
refresh.
the two white whores.
Ooh, I don't like that word. So refresh my memory then. What if you don't mind telling me what is your new career?
Let's see. How can I tell it without telling it? I'm in the health field.
Okay.
Health/sanitation.
You get like bedpans. You work at a hospital and you go gather you clean up after you go and get the little red things off the wall and do all of that stuff. That type of thing.
There we go. We're getting warm. We're in the old folks' homes and stuff like that.
Okay.
You're getting warm, but let's keep it there. Let's just keep it there.
Yeah, we can keep it there.
Because we don't want to get out.
But but you're fulfilled. You said.
Yeah.
And you
because,
would not
uh-huh.
you would not want to go back and get your CDL again, is what you're saying.
Oh, now yes. If the magical, if you could let me out of prison. You know how it's like a life sentence without the possibility of parole. But if they open that door and let me get another chance at it, yes, I'm at it. Yes, because I know what I can do with it. But I felt at the time of losing it, I felt that I could not go far. I felt that there was nowhere to go because I had did so much damage to my life. That's how I felt at the time. But I no longer feel that way.
Okay.
Hold
on. Let me ask you this. How long ago was this situation where you lost your career?
Yes, I felt I lost my life, and I felt God gave me life back. So I died September 18th, 2022.
2022.
So I'm only 3 years old.
I'm looking at this. The mandatory disqualification period. How long is the mandatory disqualification period? Because you might be able to just go over to Kentucky. If it's been 3 years, you might be able to go over to Kentucky, according to, and this is just a quick search. You might be able to go over to Kentucky. Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh, you got me? There it is. You got it. Uh-oh. And then he's back in the jail. Throw me back in the jail cell.
Yeah, second offense says it's a lifetime disqualification.
Oh, man, I'm back in the jail. Why would you give me hope? You thought I was coming home to be with my family.
But
okay.
You might want to just check on that. Like, for real.
I got you.
It's something you can check on because I don't know if they, it happened in Ohio and then you go get your license in Kentucky and they might, I'm sure they know, but you might, I would still check on it.
Hey, man, that's real love, man. I appreciate you, man. This is what we talking about because I just feel how you trying to help me in this conversation. It's all facts. And this is how we got to help each other, man. Because you see, you just like, I know what he lost, and I know he missed it. Let me see if I could get him back into that situation. So that's a lot of love, and I think the people listening will learn from this conversation me and you had. I'm about to be 50, and you already in your 50, so I really appreciate you, man.
All right. Was that it? You got
Yes,
anything
sir.
else? Anything else you wanted to talk about?
Man, I gotta get
The
to work.
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta get. They blowing up my phone, man. They
Oh
like,
well,
nigga, where you at?
get to work.
Where you at?
Don't lose your job for this.
Exactly. I really be crying on your show then. Thank you, brother.
CK, I
Yes,
appreciate your
sir.
call.
All right.
All right, that was CK. Uh, again, you never really know with CK if he's telling the truth or if he's playing a character. I'm never really sure. So I kind of treat it as if he's being honest. But in the back of my mind, one of his characters may have had a CDL and got 2 DUIs and then worked at church's chick. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know with him. So, you know. Either way, he said he's fulfilled now, and you can't beat that. You can't beat that. If you're fulfilled, then you're fulfilled. Hold on. Let me take this name down. CK is not on the phone anymore. All right. Yeah. So that's that. Trying to glorify there's nothing wrong with housekeeping, with working in housekeeping. You know, at my mom worked housekeeping at a hospital for years. So I have nothing but respect for, look, you gotta do what you gotta do. A job is a job. And, you know, that job, she had 6 kids. That job fed, housed, clothed 6 kids. So no disrespect whatsoever. No disrespect whatsoever. Scott says, are you going to watch the press conference? Well, I'm kind of on here. So, probably not. Probably not. Somebody said, did I get full benefits? Yes. Yes. The job has full benefits. Let's see. But okay. And I guess as you guys kind of go out and check out the Jerica says, has someone hacked Katrina's phone? She's been spicy these past week or so. I don't know if somebody hacked her phone or not. I asked, and the person who's saying that they're Katrina said that no, there's nothing wrong with sex. Sex is, wonderful, or whatever she said. Sex ain't dirty. Sex is natural. And she was just spicing things up. So, hey, I'm told her sex is kind of, when you're thinking about 70-year-olds doing it, that's kind of, I mean, I'm about to be, well, in 5 years, 60. So I can't be like, oh, it's too, because I'm going to be still doing it. But don't nobody want to really think about it. Don't nobody want to really think about it. Diane says, right, my mother is a nurse aide for 30 years with 6 kids and a husband who worked with the IRS supervisor of maintenance work. Yeah. I have no issues with people who really, if you out there working, good. And hopefully, like CK said, he's doing something that's fulfilling. All right. Let me touch on the Taft, those thugs over there at Taft High School. Y'all know I don't feel that way. I don't really even talk about young people and or black people in that way. But this is some of the conversation that I've heard regarding the young people at Taft who may or may not have done anything wrong. May or may not done anything wrong. But it's easy. A lot of people like to latch on to a story, especially a story about wrongdoing by young black high school, and especially, as opposed to a white high school, all those black kids came over and they did this. All those black kids, those thugs, this and this and that. And who, look, I know a lot of people but who don't want to believe the story? There are a lot of people, you see a story like that, it feeds into all of the stereotypes that we hear about young people, and in particular about young black people. See, that's why y'all be thinking I'm crazy when I be saying to y'all, like, don't just talk about bad black kids. It's bad kids, because they're bad white kids and bad white black kids. But that stuff gets into people's minds. And I'm concerned about our kids. I ain't concerned about nobody else's kids. Yeah, that stuff get into people's minds. And then when you see a story like that, a lot of people don't even think twice. Because it's got to be true, because he's talking about bad black kids, and we talk about bad black kids all the time. So a lot of times people just hear it and they accept it as fact. All you gotta do, show me a picture with some holes in the wall and say some black kids did it. Those daggone black kids, don't see, that's how they are. A lot of people just hear it and run with it. Don't question it. Why would you question it if you automatically think black kids are bad, white kids are good? I never said white kids is good. I just talk about the bad black kids because them the ones I'm concerned about. But the fact that you never talk about that there are bad white kids as well leads people to believe that all the black kids is bad and all the white kids is good. Sometimes you just gotta say, well, what's understood don't have to be explained. Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Because if you keep saying, look, this is one thing that Donald Trump, well, I want to talk about that. This is one thing that Donald Trump kind of is almost a master at. He's almost a master at it. Say something over and over and over again, and then you can convince a large swath of the people that it's true. And so if we keep talking about, for real, think about this. If we, black people, keep talking about how bad black people are, and we just say it over and over and over and over and over and over again, well, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to put it out there. I think people need to talk about this. I think we need to not overlook this. But you just keep saying how bad black people are and how bad black kids are and how bad black people are and how bad black kids are. And then, oh, God forbid somebody saying white kids are bad too. Why you always got to bring up that? It's a bad thing to say. Balance is bad. It's when, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get my black people bad on. And you trying to throw out balance? David says, common sense people don't believe the hype. But there are a lot of people out there that don't have common sense. That's the part that maybe a lot of people don't think about. Common sense people don't believe it. But there's a lot of people who don't believe that. Wonder Woman says, Indian Hills is now saying the damage was done before Taft got there. Right. If I didn't make that clear earlier, yeah, that was the story that was coming out. Now. But that whole thing been floating around for a minute. And it was easy for people to believe it because he was talking about black kids. Trump gets up. Why are you bringing up Trump, Emanuel? Because he's almost a master at this. Because who was it that said common sense people don't believe? He understands that there's a great number of people who don't have common sense. So if he says it, remember, I didn't really even know Jeffrey Epstein. Like, I didn't even really know the guy. Here's a picture of you with him. Here's another picture of you with him. Well, he was a picture of him at Mar-a-Lago. Here's a picture of you and him together, this and that. Oh, well, I didn't really know the guy. He wasn't my friend. Okay, well, here's a birthday card that you sent to him. You sent him a birthday card. He wasn't your friend, but you sent him a birthday card. But if he just keeps saying it and keeps saying it and keeps saying it, guess what? Some people are gonna believe. No, he didn't even know the guy. He wasn't friends. What?
What'd she say?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Oh,
Somebody talking about somebody's daughter? What did they say? His daughter. Oh.
Hey.
Twin.
Why you ain't say nothing, man?
Huh?
Why you ain't say nothing, man?
Somebody said something talking about their daughter, man.
Man, you ain't say twin or go to me or nothing, man. Why you ain't say nothing?
I just did.
Oh, you say holler my name. Son, my bad. What's happening?
What's on your mind, bro?
Why ain't tell your niece like she said? Twin said congratulations, man.
Man, can I tell you a secret?
Ain't no secret.
Can I tell you a secret?
What happened?
I really do. I want to tell you a secret. Is it okay if I share the secret with you?
It ain't no secret. It's out in the open.
Well, it ain't out in the open yet. That's why I want to share the secret with you.
What's up?
A lot of people don't know this, but when I be talking to my family away from, this whole radio podcast thing,
yeah.
I don't be thinking about y'all niggas. I be talking to my family about stuff. So
I know this was you gonna say it. I knew it was coming, man. I should have betted you on this one. I knew it was coming. No, it's all good, E. Man, I don't miss you, man. It's been really fun on here, man. We interacting. I crash out sometimes because the Livingston brothers get on my nerves, but,
mine too.
It was all fun, man. I'm going to miss you, to be honest, man. I'll be honest.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I appreciate you saying that. But if you do see me in the airport, don't come running over to hug me, okay?
I would jump on your ass. Like I told you, I lost my stomach. No, I really gonna miss you, man. It's been fun, though. Man, I thought dude said he was a nursing home or something like that, work at the nursing home. Now he a CDL driver?
No. He was saying that he used to have a CDL, but I guess he ran into some situations that he caused, and he lost his ability to
I've been
be a
listening to you
CDL
for some
driver.
years. I ain't never hear him say nothing about no CDL. He talking about how he used to be on dope, and now he got Becky pregnant, now he got a new girl. Other than that, I ain't hear him say nothing about no CDL. This is my first time hearing that.
Okay, well, he just said it. I'll take his word for it. And, but he's working and he's doing something for Philly.
Oh, I mean, congratulate him, but I ain't never heard him say no CDLs. I got mine today, too, E.
You got your CDL?
Yeah.
Really?
Saying how to drive somebody crazy.
Wait, well, hold on.
Play.
Did you really get a CDL?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was about to congratulate you and be happy for you, bro.
No, I ain't. No, them women's at Kroger's, though, man, they be encouraging me, telling you, I've been knowing you for 10 years. You need to just give it up and come drive. I say, y'all women showing now, boy, because, I used to see guys and foreigners come through there, make the delivery. I got to unload the truck. But lately, man, no women's, and they was encouraging me, man, we don't do nothing but just drops and all that. Go get my CDL. But nah.
Can I tell you another secret?
What's up?
Here's a good secret. When you're talking about more than one woman, it's women. And even if it's 12, it's still women. You don't have to put an S on it. It's women. Women is the plural of woman. Women's.
What did I say, Mr. Correction?
You said women's, like Andrew Caldwell. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. You said women's, just like he did. It's women, no S on the end. It can be 1,000.
So you trying to call me a fruity tooty ass nigga or something?
No, I'm just letting you know.
You better put some respect on my name. I can say what I want.
See,
Two
man,
of
you want to
them.
go out with a bang and stuff so
No,
we can argue.
two of
No,
them
I
are
encourage you and
women.
stuff on your new job.
1,000
Now
of
you want
them,
me to,
it's women. 20,000 of them, it's still women.
man, I don't even know why you do that to me. Man, I was on the good foot with, man, now you want to make me crash out.
No, I'm trying to help you. I think stuff like that
No,
is
man.
helpful.
I don't care if you get that job, Link.
No.
Because I haven't seen you in the chat lately, man. Something been going on. You could have deal with him or something, man. Tell the truth.
I just told y'all what's been going on.
Man, I don't care. You could have deal with him, man, because you ain't been in the chat lately. And you talking about, so you been doing these job interviews, job chasing. Usually you tap in and say something crazy about it, but yeah, he ain't been saying nothing about you. So tell the audience on here the real truth, man. What you been doing, you on man? Over the weekend.
I haven't done anything yet.
Okay, I'm gonna find out. Level up, whatever that hoodie you got on. No, it's been real dope, man. It's, kicking a bobo with you, the audience and everything. It's been real. I'm gonna miss you. You gotta figure a way how to do it. What time you get up? About 11?
Yeah.
Everybody probably be in the bed. I'm gonna be at work that time.
And I'll probably be going straight to the gym.
That's a good one. That's a good one, fam. So, hey, you ain't gonna do no weekend, is you? You can't do no live broadcast for a couple hours a weekend.
Maybe it's something to think about. That would
man,
give
you
me,
gotta do it.
That would give me an entire week to put a show together like John Oliver or something, and then maybe I could actually do a decent show. So you never know. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I don't plan on going away. I don't plan on going away.
I gotta have a substitute. Like if Lincoln not coming on, then I can't call that. Then Wyatt, he be in and I can't call that. So you the only lifesaver left.
Well,
some gotta give.
No, when Lincoln don't come in, you got what's his name, Kevin Aldrich. Yeah.
Man, sometimes I call in, but Wyatt don't be there. Now I gotta crash out on 3 shows. Hey, what you think about did you see the video in Chicago? They jumping her.
I didn't see the video. I read a little bit of the story. A 9-year-old's mama got jumped or something like that. But I didn't get an opportunity to watch the video.
What about the so-called punching a hole in the wall at Taft?
Yes,
Indian Hills.
I did see that.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up. Get your input advice or whatever you got to do.
I thought
I'll remix off of.
Yeah, I think I already gave it, but I'll maybe.
I didn't know. I didn't hear. I had stepped out the house for a minute, so I didn't hear it. Or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but hey, nice talk to you. Congratulations. I pray for you though that you get a job. So you ought to thank me and God too at the same time.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I would.
No, real talk. I swear on my mom, I prayed for you.
I would be willing to bet money that that's the prayer that set it off.
Man, don't play, man. For real. This is real talk, though. I did pray for you, though.
That's what I said.
Because I didn't know if you was stressed out and being stressful and sitting in that house or whatever. Because I've been through that situation, so even though you move around and do other gigs or whatever, but still, you probably like to be busy all the time. Yeah. Or something like that, just standing there watching wrestling or eating ginger snaps or something like that. You might want to move around, but, I did shout out a little prayer. Say a prayer for you. Good peace, man. You good peace.
Well, I appreciate that, and I will reiterate that prayer that you sent up was probably the prayer that set everything off.
Yeah. Because God said when 2 or 3 come together, He in the midst of everything, man. So, keep up the good work. Do what you got to do, man, but don't run away from us, man. We need you.
All right.
Got to crash out somehow, man.
All right.
All right, you take care, man. You understand?
All right, you do the same.
All right, one love, man.
One love. Why would he be offended because I said his prayer was the one that set it off? Okay, apparently some people are new. Some people just showed up. I got a job that I start on Monday. It'll be a second shift job. So I start in the afternoon. So I will not be here. You know, I have to figure out what this is going to look like. I will figure it out. People floated the idea of a weekend show. That's an idea. Someone even floated the idea, which, you know, I kind of thought about, like, you know, earlier in the daytime being a possibility. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going away, though. I just have to figure out what it looks like when I will be here. So I have to figure that part out. Ken.
Emanuel, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, man. I'm out here walking the dog as usual. And I heard that you got a gig. That's good, man. Congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate that.
That Cable Academy, man, what they put out, they do, man. They put you on pretty quick after graduation.
Yes, they did help out. Yes, they certainly did. I would actually, if it weren't for Cable Academy's placement, career placement department, and of course, Twins Prayer, I don't know that I would have a job yet.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you decided to get up and get in that school, man, and get that certificate and keep the family well fed and the bills paid up, man.
Yes.
That's good, man. Well, hey, I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to congratulate you on that, brother.
All right.
All right, take care.
I appreciate it, Ken.
Yeah.
All right. That was Ken. Thank you, Ken. No, Katrina, no late night adult show. Mary say Spectrum hired you. No, I'm not with Spectrum, but I won't be telling people who I am or who I am not with. At least not initially. You know what I'm saying? Get in, get my feet wet, and you know, establish some stuff, and then, you know, I'll let y'all know maybe. Black Lion say, damn, they acting like you never had a job in your life. They are acting a little bit like that. But no, I was unemployed for, I feel like, a significant amount of time. What, July through, what is it, almost December? So that's a significant amount of time. Yeah. I did have other sources of income. Otherwise, we would not have been able to, you know, or at least I would not have been, because I still, as crazy as this sounds, refuse to let Mrs. Livingston pay bills. And we got some bills past due. But I will not let her pay them. I will not. That's my job. And as the man of this house, as the leader, as the provider, I don't let her pay bills. And she be sneaking and doing stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get in her car and the gas tank is full. Like, that's why I was taking your car. You know what I'm saying? Fill up your gas tank. Now what? But yeah, no, she's a good person. She's a good woman. I don't know, Twin says he'll take over. All right, so Twin gonna start doing the show. Twin say he gonna start doing the show. Every day at 3 o'clock. I would tune in to the Twin show every day at 3 o'clock. I would tune in to the Twin show. Just thinking about it. Oh my goodness. Yes, I would tune in. Oh, and Twin, this ain't no new brand or nothing like that. This is just what do they call it? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank now. I'm drawing a blank. It's somebody who knows sound. Tell me what this is. VU meter. I see the VU down here at the bottom. It's a VU meter. did a VU meter. That's it. This is what an old school analog VU meter looks like. And I just did it. Really, I should have did it smaller. It should only be about 9 inches wide. I think this is like 10.5 inches wide. So I probably should only did it about 9 inches wide. But yeah, it ain't no brand. I just was thinking about it like, hey, I always liked them old school VU meters, and so I did this and put it on the shirt. That's it. This is not a level up hoodie. This is just a little hoodie that I put a VU meter on. That's it. It ain't no new brand or nothing like that. And if it's, I'm sure that other people have done the same thing. Other people have done the same thing. Ken says, yes, being the breadwinner in the family holds weight. Well, I'm not sure. I mean, since I'm pretty sure that she's always made more money than me. I'm pretty sure that she's always made more money than I do. But that don't matter. That's not what it's about, who make the most money. It's about, this is my job. This is my role. Doc Chromium says, are you going to answer my question? Okay, let me scroll back and see. Are you going to answer my question? I don't see all of the comments that come in. So I'm going to go back, Doc Chromium, and see if I can find your question. What is your question? It's an IT, he says, or cybersecurity. That's all I see. It's a job are you working in networking or cybersecurity? It's a job in IT. That's really it for now. It's an entry-level IT job. That's it. So I'll be dealing with a little bit of networking, a little bit of cybersecurity, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's an entry-level IT job for a company. That's really all I can say. I'm sorry. I'm sure really soon I'll be able to say more if I choose to. Emanuel, if you don't want your woman to work, then you must be the breadwinner. I don't care if she works. I mean, if she wants to work, which she works, most of the time. If she wants to work, she can work. I'm not one of the, like, my wife ain't gonna be working, But I do try to create a situation where if she doesn't want to work, she doesn't have to work. Now, if she wants to work, she's more than capable of making more money than me. She's more than capable of making more money, a lot more money than me. But if she looks at me and she says, which I ain't really trying to tell her business, but she has at some point said to me, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to transition to that. And okay. Didn't do it. And that's it. That's it. That's all she has to say. And that's my whole thing. Whatever you want to do, I support you. Then go do it. So she know if she go get a traditional job, she can work there. And if she don't feel like it, she say, I'm out. And if she come home and tell me, yeah, I quit that job, I'm like, all right, good. Did you cuss him out? You know what I'm saying? You got to go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Cuss him out. But no, she don't cuss him out. She don't cuss him out. Is Mrs. Livingston Joyce? I don't even know what that means. No, her name is not Joyce. I don't know what that means. All right, so anyway, back to what I was saying. Trump is talking about the TAF kids, and if somebody's got an update in terms of the press conference from CPS. Please feel free to give us an update. Hold on, actually, let me pull up. Some of the news stations. Let me see. This is from 12 minutes ago. WLWT. Danielle.
When the dresser drawers
Dindak.
won't close,
Oh,
it's time for a trip to Plato's Closet.
You're not going to Plato's Closet. Okay. Hold on. Let's see.
24 hours after we first told you about damage inside Indian Hill's visitors' locker room, we're now getting a clearer picture about the photos and the timeline. Thanks for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Cherie Palello.
And I'm Mike Dardis. So Indian Hill School is issuing a new statement today saying the damage was done before Taft players entered the room. WLWT News 5's Danielle Dindak joins us here with the latest message from the district tonight. Danielle.
It wasn't until this afternoon that Indian Hill confirmed to us that there was damage from past athletic seasons to the drywall in the locker room. Tonight, Indian Hill confirms 2 teams of administrators toured the new damage from Friday. In this new statement, Indian Hill also stressed both schools working closely together on repairs and no charges are filed. Tonight, Indian Hill sending WLWT an updated statement claiming misleading information was reported about the damage. Saying, to be clear, there was previous damage to the drywall from past athletic seasons prior to the game. That information was disclosed to Taft when the 2 teams of administrators toured the new damage that did occur on November 14th. The damage that occurred on November 14th involved both additional drywall damage and structural damage to the wall. My communication with Indian Hill started on Monday. On Tuesday morning, Indian Hill sent me these 2 pictures that I was told WLWT could use showing the damage. The athletic director also issued a statement that read, Friday, November 14th, during the Indian Hill Taft playoff game, some drywall damage was sustained to a wall in the Indian Hill visitors' locker room, not disclosing to WLWT that there was previous damage to the walls. In our original story, WLWT did mention the fact that the administration at Indian Hill is working directly and in collaboration with the administration at Taft on repairs. And we included CPS's statement that the district is aware of the damage, adding, we do not condone destructive behavior and remain committed to promoting sportsmanship and respect at all athletic events. Cincinnati Public Schools will continue to work with the leadership of Indian Hill. Last night, WLWT started receiving comments questioning the damage. An alum of CPS pointed us to this video that he says shows the damage to the wall was in fact there more than an hour before the game started. If you slow the video down, you can see the holes in the wall. Tonight, CPS is standing by its original statement. As for Indian Hill, the new statement stressing that it wants protection for all student athletes. Saying in part, on behalf of Indian Hill, we issue a note of apology to all families who felt like there was misleading information released. This is not the intention of responding to media requests. And during reporting, WLWT learned of a police report that was filed, but the district was not seeking charges. Also, nowhere in that police report did it tell us that they mentioned that prior damage to Friday night. Now, we have all the statements from Indian Hill and CPS along with that police report right now over on our website, WLWT.com. Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
All right, great job, Danielle, laying out that timeline. And WLWT requested to speak with someone from Cincinnati Public Schools on camera about all of this, about the story today. We were told that no one would be made available.
So there you have it. That was kind of a weak apology. And that felt like some excuse making, like, well, yeah, we reported the story, but we only reported it the way that they told it, and they didn't tell us that there was already some damage there. So, it was kind of fair of us to assume that, those people did it. How do we feel about that? Brent.
Hey, congratulations, E-Man.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad you added in some details about your new job because, my mind tends to
to go a lot of different places. So, you know, I was hoping it wasn't riding shotgun in a speedboat from Venezuela. So I was able to cross that one off the list.
No, it's not.
Sounds like it's not you wearing a ski mask and paramilitary gear. So that's not what you're doing.
I certainly hope that's not one of the duties that they give me.
Yeah. But you haven't ruled out you with one of those oversized fat Sharpies and a bunch of FBI files where you every time you see Trump, you just mark it out. So we don't know that, or you're scrubbing the internet.
Right.
Where your cybersecurity able to hack you different places.
Hey, you never know. Hey, I don't work there yet, so I don't know what exactly the duties will be.
And look, well, just remember that all money ain't good money. And, don't go around accepting, free brown liquor and gift cards from racists, stuff like that.
I will do my best to remember that.
That's good. And one of the I think you may have missed something during the art of negotiation when it comes to getting a new job. You should have told them that, look, I got this damn podcast that I need to keep on schedule. So sometimes I'm going to be in at 3 o'clock, but sometimes I ain't going to get there till 6.
I forgot that, man. I forgot to do that. Maybe I call them back and negotiate after I've been there for a little bit.
But quickly on the story after reading it, you planned it and everything. Man, them jokers are some devils. Can I just say that for them putting it out there to make it seem like it was the black football team that damaged their locker room? Didn't the report say that drywall damage was there a few seasons?
I believe that's what they said. Just listening to it, I believe that's what they said. Yes.
Oh my, that is.
And they called, apparently, according to the report, they called and filed a police report about it.
Yeah.
Like, why would you?
And that's crazy.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm saying that's just crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And one of the kids did say that he did damage the wall. But even in with that, if you would have had all the damage, why are you going to have the visitors' locker room with all that drywall damage? That is just insane. That's just wrong, and it stinks. And hopefully CPS doesn't just kowtow and say, well, it's okay, because those black kids and parents and students are going to have that stigma. They're like, oh, it's them calf Negroes that they just don't know how to act. And even like with Lincoln, because we was calling him out in the chat, talking about, Lincoln, why in the world are you propagating a story and adding on, little Zatarans and Tony Sashery to a story when you ain't even got all the facts? They had to have created the damage just because they lost. Come on now,
But if you are one of these people who are so ready to believe the worst in all black people, and that's what I was talking about when I say, hey, white people fight too. Hey, white people commit crimes too. Hey, I'm not just doing it for fun or for something to say.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to put some level of balance out there, because there are people who hear black people did this and they are so ready to believe whatever the worst thing is when it comes to black people without question. And I think some of that is because they hear so many of us talk about how bad we are.
Yeah, and I think Lincoln really underestimates, well, maybe he doesn't. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I think he underestimates the number of white people that will listen on the radio and are lurking in the Facebook chat. And they hear him saying stuff about that, and that just reinforces it because, Lincoln is everybody's friend.
Well,
so they could say, my black friend.
Hold on. Just so we clear, he does not underestimate. He has used some of those same racist white people who are his friends to try to get me fired when I was there. So he knows that they're there. He knows that they're listening, and he takes advantage of it to the best of his ability for whatever his purposes are. So I'm sorry, I can't let you say maybe he don't know and maybe he don't this. He know, and they're his friends.
Yeah, and that's a shame. That's a shame. Just like I had to call him out today when I called in to where he played the news or the clip of what Elon Musk's dad saying all sorts of racist crap, and then gonna say, well, it sounds like what Leon would do or something like that. And I'm like, who in the hell is Leon, and how does Leon act? Maybe that's something I don't know about being a Gen X. And he's like, oh, I just came up with a name. I'm like, well, use the name Chip. I'm like, come on now. Use the name of that racist Butler County sheriff who's invited you to the Cracker Barrel. I'm like, come on. So, yeah, he already know. I talked to him about it. But every time he does something like that, I'm going to call him out because he's still of an age to where shame does play a role. Gen X, not as much, and definitely not Gen Z and millennials. But
hold on, let me correct you again. Let me correct you again. People with honor and integrity have shame. People who don't have honor or integrity have no shame. He has no shame. You can't shame him.
Well, I'll continue to do my best. At the very least, I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call him out. I'll call a spade when I see it, and, But, yeah. But since you're not going to be on in your normal time slot, and Twin has stepped up and said that he's willing to do a podcast.
Twin show.
Maybe I can...
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Twin show.
Oh, well, no. Well, see, we could do a collaboration. We could do the Wrestling Report featuring Wanda. So we could talk about, snitching and gang culture and everything, or gang affiliated culture, and talk about milk and stocking and all that to bridge the gap. So, good thing about my schedule, I can make it flexible, maybe a day or 2 out of the week, but we'll get that collaboration working out just as long as we will make you the exclusive T-shirt and hoodie printer of all the merch that would come about.
I got y'all.
But all right. Hey, you have a good one. Hey, and congratulations. I didn't know where all that was going. I thought you were playing for a while, saying you're doing the whole cybersecurity thing. But if you see Skynet about to go active, man, pull the plug.
I will do my best. But if I go to pull the plug, I might not go to pull the plug. Because if they done sent the Terminator they coming after the dude that's going to pull the plug.
You saw what they did to the black dude in the second movie.
That's right.
And all he did was find the arm. So, man, you on the hit list too. And I don't want you having to hold on to the bomb and I don't know how long I can hold it and then the whole building blow up with you in it. You ain't got to sacrifice yourself. Just pull the plug in around.
Hey. Brent, I appreciate your call, sir.
Take it easy.
All right. That's Brent. Oh, no, we got Ron.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Oh, my goodness. Can you turn me down?
Oh, okay. What? Should I take you off the speakerphone in the car?
Without a doubt.
Turn it down. How that sound? What that sound like?
Let's see. I'll say something and I don't hear myself back, so it sounds great.
All right, let me take it down. Hold on. What about this speakerphone right here? This is just the phone.
The phone sounds good. As long as I don't hear myself back, I'm cool.
You good now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just having fun. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on with you?
All right, give him praise and thanks. You know what I'm saying? Stand out the way. And I like your show. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to you, brother. I'm just calling to kick some bobo and try to make a couple motherfuckers laugh.
Kick some what?
A couple motherfuckers laugh.
No, you said you're calling to kick some something.
Oh, kick the bobo. Quit playing. Come on.
I don't know what that means. I've never heard that before.
For real?
Yes.
You went to Aiken. That's why, nigga.
What does it mean? What's the origin of
I'll kick the bobo, just call and talk some shit. Just see what's on, just talking. You know what I'm saying?
But what does that have to do with Bobo? Who is Bobo? What is Bobo?
Bobo is a word. When you know what I'm saying, I'm just coming to kick the bobo. Write that down. Write that down.
Okay.
The Bobo.
No, I don't have to write it down. You said it. I got it. It helps me to know the you know what I'm saying, when people have sayings and stuff like that, it usually means something. But okay, Bobo. I don't know. I'll have to look it up myself. But all right.
Yeah.
Hold on. What year did you come out of high school?
89 TA.
Okay.
89 TA.
I mean, I'm older than you, but
Yeah.
But you sound much older than me.
I don't look older than you.
You might not.
I know you don't.
You might
I
not.
know you don't
but
look. Sorry.
you definitely sound like, you know what I'm saying, your lingo sound like some late 60s lingo and all that kind of stuff. And I try to pick up on the 70s. Like you sound like you are in Cabrini Green talking to James Evans while he looking for a job. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just shooting the breeze.
No. Now see,
I'm sorry.
that's familiar right there. I ain't catching that one.
Y'all kicking the Bobo at the table while Florida is over there making oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? That's your lingo.
I was just on Lear Street kicking the Bobo.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I hear you. I'm just saying it sounds like some James Evans, Bookman, and Ron sitting together.
Whatever, man.
Having a conversation, kicking the Bobo.
Whatever, man. Whatever. See, you used to wrestle, right? Did you say you used to wrestle?
Yes.
See, I don't be fucking with niggas like you. I have to punch you in the eye. Y'all be wanting to grab somebody by the wrist and the ankle.
You got to get control of them.
I seen that happen. My cousin Aaron, he used to wrestle with Princeton. Motherfucker talking smack. He kept telling me, like, come on, man. He twisted him up like a new presser. Extra soft.
Well, I was not. I only wrestled in junior high school. I didn't wrestle in high school and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I wasn't on that level. But I can handle myself.
But still though. You know what I'm saying? Once you, I get you. That's why I like you. I dig you. Look funny looking at you. Look like Papa Smurf.
All right. If you say so.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying life, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting through it. Had to take the 2-piece to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Popeye's chicken. I don't eat it, but she like it, so I got to take the 2-piece, the white meat with the mashed potatoes, extra biscuit, 4 honeys.
All right. Now, are you like a vegetarian or something?
Sir?
Are you like a vegetarian or something?
Nah, no, I'm not. I just, I pick and choose, and I know what I eat. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm 50, like I said, I'm 54. I'm 155 pounds. I'm in shape. I'm cool. I think so. You know, I ain't finna go sign no papers to let nobody invade me. Talking about a check or something, you know, to check you out on your prostate and all that. I ain't with that.
Wait.
What you think?
Oh, you saying you're not with getting a checkup?
Hey man, yeah man, I ain't on that shit.
Well, I think it's not getting a checkup is not a bad idea. They don't necessarily do that finger thing no more. They take blood and then they test it that way nowadays. Unless you got a crazy old school freaky doctor who just wanna, you know, take his finger and do stuff. But for the most part,
I just bought 2 new knives for a motherfucker that'll try that shit.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. They can just take blood nowadays.
I just don't want no bad news. Like the Wiz, no bad news.
Well,
no bad.
Well, but if you get the so-called bad news early enough, then it don't end up sometimes being bad news.
I believe I'm in good shape. I believe I'm good, man.
Right,
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of
saying?
people. Hold on, but
I
some
watch
of the
my diet.
wait. Some of the people in the best shape ever found out that they had prostate cancer and had it treated and went on to live long lives. But to look at them, I watch my diet, I work out, I'm a professional athlete, I this, I that. That can be deceiving. So don't rely on, I think I'm in good shape. Like, you can actually know.
I got to get a doctor. I ain't got no motherfucking doctor, player.
You might even be able to go to one of the health clinics and get tested. Get your PSA numbers.
For what?
Or
Get tested for what?
Or
Get tested for what?
Get your PSA numbers to know, you know what I'm saying?
Who?
That's I don't know exactly what PSA stands for. It's not public service announcement, that's for sure. But to get the numbers, they have a range. They can take your blood and have an idea about the health of your prostate without, the whole digital rectal exam.
I'd rather go to the dentist than to the doctor.
But you could go to both. I don't understand what are you afraid? Okay, you're afraid
I don't want no bad news. I don't want no bad news.
I understand that.
I don't want no bad
but
news.
what I'm saying is, if you get the bad news, the so-called bad news, then if you get it early enough, there's many times there's something that you can do about it. But if you just sit around saying, I don't want no bad news, you could have something wrong with you that they could easily help you deal with to extend your life. That's all.
Look. I hear you. I hear you.
Think about it. But hold on. Think about it like this. And I'm just kind of making this up, right?
Respect. You making it up.
But yeah.
Nah, talk to me. Talk to me.
Would you rather know that, or say you're driving on the highway, right?
Respect.
It's nighttime. You just driving, minding your own business. Everything seems like it's good. But there's a driver driving the wrong way on the highway. Do you want to know that there's a driver coming the wrong way on the highway so you can pull over and get out the way? Or do you just want to not know and then just get hit head on in a collision?
I don't like that scenario because, ain't no motherfucker going to be on that. We're going to pull over, get out the way.
Exactly. But you can't do that if you don't know. Knowing, yes, that's bad news that there's a person driving the wrong way on the highway. But if I tell you in advance, you can do something about it to keep yourself safe. Think of it that way. I go to the doctor and the doctor is telling you, bro, it's somebody driving the wrong way on the highway. But here's what we can do.
I'm not signing no consent for a motherfucker to violate me.
They don't have to violate you. That's what I'm telling you. They don't have to do the digital rectal exam. Talks plain old. They don't have to stick their finger up your booty no more. They don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. They just take some blood.
I don't like. Okay, I guess. But like I said, I feel fine. You dig what I'm saying?
Just like when you're driving on the highway, you think everything is fine. You feel fine. I'm driving the speed limit. My lights is on. Everything is fine. But you don't know that person is. But you don't know that person is driving the wrong way. But if I could tell you in advance, like, yo, Ron, pull over because somebody is driving the wrong way on the highway, and if you don't pull over, they gonna hit you. Wouldn't you appreciate that?
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Right. So that's why you go get an exam, and then the doctor could say to you, hey, man, your PSA levels are elevated. You may have an issue here, but we have ways to deal with it.
I take my ginseng and my multivitamin, and I work out.
But that's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
necessarily going to stop you from getting prostate cancer.
But I ain't feeling nothing. How you know if you got? How do you know?
You go get a
if
PSA.
you got prostate cancer?
You go get a PSA test.
But who want that bad news? And then what? After that?
And then they tell you this is what we can do to get rid of it.
Do that shit don't run rapid and brothers do it like that, do it?
Yes! Yes! You can take all the ginseng and vitamins.
I get it.
Ron, I'm going to tell you a secret too. I'm going to tell you a secret too, because a lot of people don't know this. Even if you drink ginger ale, you could still get prostate cancer.
That's what I got in the refrigerator.
Right, you could still get prostate cancer. That is actually not medicine. It's not medicine.
Now prostate cancer. Now, what the fuck is it?
It's cancer of your prostate.
That's the first problem. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
And that's okay. And that's okay. You're not a doctor. You don't have to know what it is. But it might not just be prostate cancer. There's a number of things that could be wrong with you. And if you go get yourself checked out, then there's a chance, if one of those things is wrong with you, that they could find it and then help you fight it.
If some shit fucked up, I'm sending you the bill.
Okay, bet.
Out of cook plan.
What? I'm telling you, you can send me the bill. If something messed up, send me the bill.
I'll go to the black doctor across the street from Zola's in Avondale. Ain't there a brother over there?
I don't know that there is.
They got the medical place. I believe they still open. It's a brother right across the street from Zola's. I heard it on my fucking Peanut Jim Head show. And
okay, well, look, I'm not telling you what doctor to go to. I'm not even telling you to go to a doctor, but I am suggesting that it would be a good idea for your old talking ass to go to a doctor and
look
get yourself checked out.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
I feel you though.
All right.
I feel you though.
I want you to
get on that.
Yeah, I want you to be healthy. I want you to be, I know you feel healthy and you do things to take care of yourself and make sure that you're healthy, but you can take it just one step further. Go get yourself checked out, and then that way you can be fairly certain that some of these issues you won't have.
I don't know how I'm gonna know the motherfucker ain't lying.
I'm not even sure that I thoroughly understand the question.
Doctor ain't lying.
Why would he lie?
Money.
What?
Money.
Oh, you're saying he might tell you that you have prostate cancer so that he can charge you to cure prostate cancer.
I know I ain't got no cancer up in me. I ain't got none of that shit,
no, how could you could not possibly know that. You can believe it, but you don't know that. That's why you get regular checkups and different tests to see. Okay, you're not a woman, Ron. You're not a
hell nah. What?
Hold on, let me
my name?
Let me get
What's
it out.
my name?
What's
my name?
You say your name is Ron. I'm guessing Ron. But hold on.
You cool with it.
I'm saying you're not a woman. So this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but it's the same concept. There are women walking around who feel perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. They go to a doctor, they get a checkup when they haven't had it in years, and find out they've got like stage 3, stage 4 breast cancer. But they didn't think that there was anything wrong with them. They felt healthy. They worked out.
I've been through that. I've been through that with my ex-woman.
Right.
With my yeah.
So you don't have to. But if you go
I
get yourself checked out on a regular basis, not saying that they can't miss something, because they could miss something, but you could catch something before it gets to a stage where they can't do anything to help you. That's all.
Yeah, I guess that's just what it is then.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you up no more, Mr. E, man. Much respect. Much respect.
Much respect.
I'm blazing up this killer.
All right.
And I'm smoking one for the nation.
Well, all right, Ron. 4.
What's up?
4.
There you go. You play too much. Look at motherfucker. It's 1.
No, how you gonna tell me what mine is? Yours is 1.
All right, then you ain't gotta raise your voice. Okay, it's cool.
All right. So 4.
That sounds corny as hell.
It don't matter, bro. If I say
you
4,
pick another number like 7.
It don't matter. If I say 4, you supposed to say what?
1.
No.
Okay.
You supposed to say 4. If I say 4, you say 4. Just like that. That's the rule. You gave me the rule.
Say what?
You gave me the rule. You put me up on game. If you say 1,
It's
I say 1.
Bruh.
If you say 1, I say 1. If I say 4, you say
1.
4.
Hey, you don't even listen to Eazy-E. You like Eazy-E?
I've listened to some Eazy-E.
All right. Hey, man, much respect, man. To you and your family, all praises, and much respect.
4.
1. You play too much. You probably eat Boston baked beans, don't you?
No.
The motherfuckers nasty as hell. I got the munchies. I'm thinking about candy. I'm finna get up out of here.
All right.
I'll holler.
4.
Much respect, man.
4. He ain't gonna say it. You should. You told me the rule. If that's the rule, you got to follow the rule. You got to follow the rule. You can't just go. I said 4 before you said 1. It's the rule. Follow the rule. But yeah, men, go get yourselves checked out. And look, I'm doing all of this talking, and I'll be honest, I haven't had a checkup, I think, like a real checkup, in I think 2 years. I think the last time I went to the doctor was when I had that allergy thing, and then I was supposed to schedule something, my regular checkup, and I didn't. So I'm preaching to me as well. Go get a checkup. Get all the screenings and all of that kind of stuff. Just get it done. And if you don't want to hear the bad news, I don't know what to tell you. Go get it done. Ladies, go get it done. And it ain't just, it's all kind of stuff. Go get it done. I'm going to go get it done. And then back to the whole Taft Indian Hill thing. Yeah, that was dirty. It was dirty what they did. It was dirty the way they did it. I don't think it was just surprise. Like, they've been having games all year. They've been having people come into the visitors' locker room all year. How many police reports have they filed all year? They knew the damage was there. How many police reports have they filed all year? we're sorry to anyone who, if it seemed like that we gave out misleading information, we're sorry. You ain't sorry. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. And my guess is, if J-Raj was, according to the story, J-Raj was the one who had the video. If J-Raj hadn't been there and somebody hadn't had that damage on video beforehand, CPS would be paying for that, and then those kids would be getting looked at by law enforcement for vandalism or something like that. Come on, they knew what they was doing. You gonna send pictures of the damage to the news station and file a police report? And then be like, oh, well, we sorry if it was misleading. You knew it was misleading. You knew it was misleading. Y'all was gonna make CPS. It's Indian Hills. Y'all got enough money to fix a... Why have it been messed up for so long anyway? Y'all got enough money to fix some drywall? Mary said they thought they could get away with it. And they almost did if it wasn't for that pesky J-Raj and his little friends. They was for real gonna hang some charges on teenagers and hang a bill on CPS to fix something that was already broken. And if you ask me, that should be a crime. That should be a crime in and of itself. That's almost, it feels almost like insurance fraud or something. I mean, think about if they had, you know what I'm saying? You done bust up the wall and then you file an insurance claim like, well, they did it. Some people broke in and bust up the wall. And then we find video of you busting up the wall. What do you get in trouble for? That's insurance fraud. That should be a crime. Well, we didn't mean it to be that way. Yes, you... And maybe you can say you didn't. I can't say with 100% certainty that you didn't, but I certainly feel like y'all did that on purpose. I didn't mean to be misleading. Yeah. And then, CPS don't know. They don't know. I mean, I imagine they should know. Like, you gotta, now, when these CPS schools walk into a visitor locker room, they gotta do like a pre-inspection, take pictures of the walls and any damage. Like, oh, there's some damage, that's broken, take a picture of it. Make sure the picture is time-stamped so they can't say, you know what I'm saying, we did this. Coaches got to run around and inspect the place. But I would think, I probably wouldn't have even been thinking about it. But if I'm one of the coaches and I walk into the locker room and there's holes all in the wall, I'm not going to say necessarily that I would have been thinking about it. I'd just been like, we're here to play the game. And then, they bust up our wall. I probably wouldn't have been thinking, I remember holes being in the wall when I got there. I wouldn't even be thinking about it because that's probably not what I would have been thinking about going into the game. Who think, we're going to go play Indian Hills in Indian Hills and then they going to try to scam us out of money and set us up for some crimes? Who thinks that? Who thinks that? And again, all you got to do is say, they didn't use these words, but all you got to do is say, those thugs came in here and tore up our stuff after they lost the game. They're poor sports. Because that's the way they was couching it. Like, this is poor sportsmanship. And of course, people was believing them. People were believing them. I bet Emanuel would say, white people tear up the locker room too. Yeah, that is what Emanuel would say. Because the locker room apparently was already tore up. Hey, that's what you got to do. Going in the door, you got to walk in before you let anybody else in. We got an inspector coming in before anybody else, before the team come in or whatever. Come in, inspect their visitor locker room, look through every corner and everything. Point out all the damage, take pictures. Okay, so we go on Judge Judy. You know what I'm saying? You got pictures? Yeah, I got pictures of the damage. Let me see the pictures. It's poor sportsmanship. Indian Hill. The team lost the game and then they tore up the locker room. News at 11. Yeah. So you spread that to the whole world, or at least to the whole city. And then you have people circulate it. And like I said, I'm going to say it's almost been 2 weeks. I haven't listened to the Lincoln Ware Show for maybe 10 minutes total in the past 2 weeks. So I didn't hear him discussing this. But I wouldn't be shocked if somebody told me he was on there talking about, yeah, that's how, you know how they do. You know how they do. Badass kids. I wouldn't be shocked by that at all. Because, and it ain't just him. There's other people like, look, I could imagine Vernon Jordan. Vernon think I don't like him. I don't dislike you, Vernon. But I could imagine Vernon Jordan and that other Vernon Brooks. I could imagine them calling in. Or Vernon Jordan don't call. I could imagine him sending a message in talking about how bad the kids at Taft was. For doing that. Nobody questioning. Well, not nobody. I'm sure there are other people who were probably questioning. But the fact that we have to say this stuff. Imagine if things were reversed. Taft had a jacked up wall and Indian Hill came in to play Taft. And then Taft reports the Indian Hill tore up their wall. I can almost guarantee you our Caucasian brothers and sisters would have been like, if they did that, that's bad. But I need to see some proof that those good kids from Indian Hill actually did that. I need to hear some proof that this actually happened. How do we know that wall wasn't messed up before they got there? Because they be having this is a stereotype, because, you know, you have some people who don't, but they be having their kids back. They ask those questions, like, how do we know that that damage wasn't there before our kids got there? Some of us are going, our kids so bad. Why would our kids do that? They so bad. No question. And again, I'm telling y'all, it's from repeatedly hearing how bad black kids are, repeatedly hearing how bad black people are, repeatedly hearing how bad black kids are, repeatedly hearing how bad black people are. Just to hear that over and over again. Black people are bad. Black people are bad. Surely is. Black people are bad. They're terrible. Black people are bad. Then you say black people did this because they bad. Because that's what you keep hearing. So you got that. And then I didn't get a chance to talk about this. But did anybody talk about the state patrol dude at Texas A&M who went through and bumped the kids and then was getting ready to get in their face? Did anybody talk about that? Ooh, they sent him home. Ooh, they sent him home and they're investigating. That is not an adequate punishment. I know I'm asking too much, but when we see stuff like that from law enforcement, punishment should be swift and severe. Swift and severe. Because if he'll do that at that game, in front of everybody, and he was ready to take some action, and I know I've heard a few people say this, but it was the first thing I thought, what would he do out on the street with no body cam? And what, LaDon say, were those kids black? Yes. And what chance would those kids stand? Those kids would be in jail. What do you mean they would be in jail? Well, imagine 2 18, 19-year-olds walking down the dark street in Texas. A police officer comes and bumps both of them, get in their face, lock him up, and God forbid he have any sort of little bruise on him or anything. He really don't even have to have that. That's assaulting a law enforcement official. And what you got? Their word versus his word? I was just minding my business, and I was just minding my business, and they bumped me, tried to intimidate me. They assaulted me. So then I had to arrest them. And I know y'all this is crazy. But I'm telling you, there's a thing when you know you didn't do anything wrong and they come grab you to arrest you. Your instinct is to, hold on, I didn't do nothing wrong. What you doing? That's resisting. Now they got you on resisting. And don't pull away a second time. Now it's resisting with violence. And don't, hit him while you pulling away, because now that's assault as well. Just for walking down the street. Just for walking down the street. See, that's what the mindset of that officer, which a lot of times is the mindset of a lot of officers. The mindset of that officer, that is not a guy you want on the streets. He was too emotional over a football game. Because that's what he was mad about. He was mad as hell that guy caught that 80-yard pass. I'm sorry, Black Lion, that was your fault. Got me thinking about 87-year-olds. Caught that 80-yard pass and scored. And that was a big, it looked like Texas A&M was going to lose. And he was pissed. He let himself get so emotional over a football game. What do you think he doing out in the street? What do you think he doing in the street? And when I saw it, my fear was, Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that. But that was so out of line. That was so out of line. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. Everybody gonna, oh, he scored a touchdown. He went up in the tunnel and he grabbing his hamstring. And then the next day when I saw, people were actually talking about it, I'm like, good. Because that's not the first. I can't remember the other. There was a game. I want to say it was Michigan. I don't remember who Michigan was playing. Was it Michigan? I think it was Michigan. But I think they were playing an SEC team. I could be wrong. But it was a tight game at overtime or either tight game close to the end of the game. Kid scored a touchdown, goes, and he spikes the ball. It was a cop right in front of him. I don't know why I remember this, so I know why I remember it because I saw it and I was mad. And nobody said anything about it. He spiked the ball, and a cop jumped up and got in his face and was bumping him chest to chest. And that's my chest-to-chest bump. He was bumping him chest to chest, and nobody said anything about it. And I was like, what in the world? Because they thought the game was over, and then some other stuff happened, and they had to send people off the field. And I was thinking, man, if I was a coach, me and my team would leave. Me and my team would leave. And yeah, he wanted those guys to react. And he'd have probably hurt him. Or at least he wouldn't have hurt him. He'd have grabbed him. But then, I think he would have probably came to his senses. But them boys would have still got in trouble if they would have reacted. For real, think about it. Picture that same scene, scores the 80-yard touchdown, runs, grabs his hamstring, runs up the tunnel. They coming out the tunnel. That cop bumps both of them, and one of them pushes that cop. That boy is at least suspended for a game. And then the cop probably gonna grab him or something like that. At least a game suspension. He's gonna face some consequences for reacting to, as I heard somebody just refer to him as, a bully with a badge. That guy should not be a law enforcement official anymore. He should not be a law enforcement official. And I'm watching it, and I was waiting for one of the announcers to say something like, ooh, that's out of line, or ooh, why did that happen? They just act like it didn't happen. Kept on with the game, which I don't know if that's professional or not. I know if I would have been there announcing, which I wouldn't, but if I would have been there announcing, I'd have been like, hey, what's that? What's going on over there? Why would that cop do that? Nat says he probably done ruined many black men's lives. His arrest record needs to be examined. Yeah, he needs to be fired. I think he needs to be charged. I was watching, there was a lawyer who was talking about it, and he was saying, I think that's a third-degree misdemeanor. If a person does that, what he did to another person in Texas, that's a third-degree misdemeanor. And of course, I don't know all that. All that stuff is a little, I know there's a difference between a felony and a misdemeanor. I don't know. I imagine third-degree misdemeanor is a very low level. Then you get the second degree and then first degree. But it might work the opposite way, even though I don't think it does. But that's still a crime. It's just crazy. It's just all crazy. DeAndre say, if I was the player, I would have fell down, grabbing my shoulder, rolled all over the ground, get the ambulance. I'm sorry, the ambulance. Well, I could imagine them not thinking because they was caught off guard. Excuse me. They were caught off guard. They just minding their business, coming back down to, celebrating to get back on the sideline, and that happened, and you ain't really thinking about it, so you just keep moving. Black Lion say those young men should have said something to the cop. You have to stand as a man sooner or later. Can't be the white man's bee forever. Some ass is worth the fallout. But again, I understand that. And if it was something that you anticipated happening, but sometimes things, and people, you don't think about this. Sure, afterwards you're like, oh, I should have did this. Like, I've been in situations where stuff happened, and then thinking back on it, I'm like, oh, I should have did this, or oh, I should have said that. Oh, this would have been a great response for that. But in the moment, things move so fast, you ain't thinking about it. And you already got all your adrenaline going because you know what I'm saying? What, Texas A&M is ranked number 3 in the country? So we beating the number 3 team in the country and we whooping them. And we just scored this 80-yard touchdown to widen the gap. And now you know what I'm saying? We celebrate. Yeah. They like to pat each other on the head and pat each other on the butt. I never liked all of that. But yeah, they just celebrating and walking out of the tunnel. So they ain't thinking about it and they get bumped. And you like, and then and then your teammate like, bro, come on, let's just forget him. Come on, let's go. We celebrating. We ain't got time for that. So I understand. LaDonna say, was he on the field? He scored the touchdown and then he ran up into the tunnel. And then coming out of the tunnel, the state trooper walked into the tunnel and bumped him on his way in and then turned around and yelling at him about get out of here or whatever he was saying. But yeah, nah, man, I just... Stuff like that infuriates me. I didn't even watch the rest of the game, which apparently was a hell of a comeback, because Texas A&M, but the score was like 30-3, I think, at halftime. And Texas A&M comes back and wins 31-30. And I missed the second half, but I was furious. I could not, and that's something I got to work on. I could not watch the rest of the game because I was furious about that. So I didn't even go back. And then, I was watching another game and then they was like, oh, what a great comeback by Texas A&M. I'm like, they came back. Oh, I missed the game. But I was still thinking about that cop. Yeah, 28 unanswered points. How do you give up 28 unanswered points? Just slow the game down. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. They played, they came back, they won. But I missed it because I just couldn't. I was too mad about it. Dina say that game was torture. Let me tell you, I almost always root for the underdog. I love an upset. I root for an underdog unless it's a team that I'm rooting for. That's the favorite. Like, I'm rooting for Ohio State to win. I'm in Ohio. May as well. I root for Ohio State to win. I root for University of Cincinnati to win. Oh, and I'm so frustrated with them, but okay. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think. All the other teams, I'm rooting for the upset. I'm always rooting for the underdog. Always. If number 1 was playing number 2, and the number 1 wasn't Ohio State, I'm rooting for number 2. Number 9 playing number 14, I'm rooting for number 14. So, I'm like, yes, upset, great. I like a good upset. But yeah, man, that cop, he should be fired and investigated. And I really do believe he should be charged. They won't do it. They won't do it. He would never be charged. He won't be fired. Even if they made the determination that they wanted him off the force, they would let him retire or resign. They wouldn't fire him. They wouldn't do it. Shriver says, did you see my comment? I did not see your comment. I did not. Dana say, I'm still a Bengals fan. I may need counseling. You know, I'm not watching that NFL stuff. Colin Kaepernick, come back. I'm back. A black majority owner, I'm back. Those are the 2 conditions that I have. And I'll be watching commercials and stuff now. I don't be knowing who these people are. I don't be knowing who they are. I don't. I mean, I know Jamar Chase, because, you know, he's in Cincinnati, and so I hear stuff about Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Now, I wouldn't know him if I saw him walking down the street, but I know who he is. So when I see him dipping his hands in honey, I know who he is. I don't know who the other people are on the commercial with him. And they say their names. I don't know who they are. I don't know what team they play for. I'm assuming they play wide receiver. But I don't know. No, I'm so out of the loop on the NFL. I don't know those people. I don't know those people. Jerica said Colin Kaepernick is fat now. He ain't coming back. I don't know about that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't know that he is. I thought he was still in good shape, like literally still working out. As a matter of fact, I thought I heard a story that he worked out with Shedeur Sanders. So, yeah. Yeah. At least that's what I thought. But I don't care. They can bring him back. Bring him back. Give him a shot. Because that's really not bring him back and he got to start. That's not. Give him a real shot. Like, let him try. And then at least, objectively, we can all look at him and be like, yeah, he ain't got it no more. All right. I would be cool with that. Give him an actual shot. They're not going to do it. I know they're not going to do it. I'm not holding my breath for it. But they could still get a majority black owner. So there's still a chance. There is still a chance. James says he get paid and agreed not to come back. You're so late. I don't think that's true. I know he got paid. I don't think he agreed to not come back. If he agreed to not come back, they've done a couple of times where they're like, oh, we're going to give him a workout. Why would they even do that if he had already agreed to not come back? So, yeah, I don't think that what you're saying is factually accurate. Regina Disson Griffin say, how old is he now? I don't know how old he is now. I don't know. I don't think he's as old as Aaron Rodgers. And didn't they tell me that he's playing still? I heard a whole lot of stuff about Aaron Rodgers playing for somebody. So if Aaron Rodgers can still be on a squad, James says, have I ever said something that's not true? I'm thinking if you hadn't before, then you just now set a precedent. What else? There was something else that I wanted to discuss. The Indian Hills. And then I didn't even know that that update was coming. I'm still a little mad about that. But I just don't want to keep harping on it because all of the stuff that I could say about it's just foul and it's infuriating because these are grown, wealthy people playing with little kids' lives. Little kids. With these teenage boys' lives. For what? They playing with their lives for what? Oh, man, you might be overselling it a little bit, playing with their lives. If they done made a police report, they got an investigation. You talking about potential criminal charges. And a young black male getting some bogus criminal charges can very well hinder some of his opportunities. Tria says Indian Hill or Indian Hills. I'm pretty sure there's an S on it. Hold on, let me check, because I want to be right. Y'all know me, I always want to be right. Okay, apparently there is no S. It's just Indian Hill. Okay. Few people saying there is no S at the end of Indian Hill. All right, thank you for correcting me. See, hold on. Everybody pay attention to that. You always want to be right. You don't never want to admit you wrong. Oh, you know what I mean? I just checked it. It's Indian Hill. There is no S. And see how, what? It ain't that big of a deal. You know what I mean. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all of that. Okay, you're right. And I'm correcting myself. Indian Hill. See, that's how you do that. That's how you do it. See, that's what happens when you want to be right. I want to be right. What do you mean you want to be right? That means I want to be right. That means if I'm wrong and I find out I'm wrong, I switch so that I can be right. I always thought everybody did that. I really did. I thought everybody did. They're like, everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be right. Who gonna know they wrong and just still be wrong? Apparently, there's a lot of people out there who know they wrong and they still be wrong. James says, I guess we won't be workout partners. Yeah, we might not. Because, you know what I'm saying, you live all the way on the other coast. It'd be kind of difficult to meet up at the gym. You know, it's a pretty long flight to meet up at the gym. Tria says, you didn't say thank you, Tria. I didn't. I thought I said thank you. Well, you didn't actually correct me though, Tria. If I recall correctly, what you said was, oh, let me scroll back. Indian Hill or Indian Hills. See, that's not a correction. That's a question that led me to the correct answer, which allowed me to then correct myself. But I do appreciate the question. Thank you, Tria. But you didn't correct me. You got to tell me. Just tell me. Say, Emanuel, it ain't no S. I'm going to check it out just to be sure. And then I'm going to correct myself. I can't believe Tria, with her classy ass, is giving me a hard time. The police report says they weren't seeking criminal charges against anyone from Taft. But E-Man has a good point about them ruining the lives and reputations. I want to know why the CPS superintendent or whoever agreed to pay Indian Hill for repairs. Did they do any investigation? I don't know exactly how investigations and police reports and all of that stuff work. But I know there are times, and this might not be one of them, there are times when I can file a report, and then they're going to say, what happened? And my window is broken. And then police come, and I'm like, can I look inside? Who broke the window? My neighbor broke it. But I don't want to file no charges. My neighbor might get charges filed against him anyway. Because you broke the window. So I'm not filing this report to file charges. I just need it documented. Yes, documented, but we're going to investigate, and then we're going to turn the results of the investigation over to, the prosecutor, and then they can do whatever or not do whatever they want to do with it. I can't say with 100% certainty, but it feels like it can work that way. So even though they say, well, we just filed a police report and we weren't asking for charges, you could still end up getting charges out of that, I think. But again, I'm not 100% sure how that stuff works. Fame!
Hey, man, how you been?
I've been good. How are you?
I'm fair for a square, pleasant per usual. How's the new job coming?
Start on Monday.
Oh, okay, good. I wish you the best on it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I would like to think this happened. The hubbub of this, simmers overnight and, throughout yesterday. Superintendent Murphy calls the Taft coach. Hey, what happened? And he probably confessed, like, yeah, we did see, players punching the walls. Because, after, a playoff game, Taft's trying to go win state. And, they probably saw some players punching walls, and he told her that. And so that's why she agreed to pay for the damages, no matter how much little or much they might have done. You know what I'm saying? This is the constant refrain for me. Why is the reporting officer's name redacted on the public record?
Good question.
When Channel 5 put that out last night, the only thing redacted was the officer's name. Why? He's at work. He's a public official, a public employee. So he's subject to the open records laws. Why are we redacting him?
Well, one of the things that they've done recently is they passed, and I don't know if this falls under that, but they've passed some law, some protection of police officers. I don't remember exactly what it's called, where, they may or may not be able to put out information about law enforcement officials. I want to say it's Megan's Law, but I don't think it's Megan's Law. I'm pretty sure that's something different. But they passed some law to where they're protecting law enforcement even when law enforcement is in the wrong.
Oh, well, that law needs to be, they need to rescind that law and redo that. Because that just makes the whole situation look even more suspicious. Because if Indian Hill, obviously they just need it for insurance purposes. Yeah, we don't want to, have any body jammed up behind this legally. We just need this for insurance purposes. And they did file that on Saturday, the day after the game. Probably the athletic director probably came back down after, once the, sun was out so he could see it and, wrote up what he could. But so, yeah, I don't understand how could that wouldn't affect any of the Taft players. It's not going to affect any of their futures.
No. Listen, what I'm saying, and again, I might be a little off base about this. And so if somebody with a real background in the law can tell me I'm wrong, then I'll accept it. But, Fame, if I come home and my windows are busted out and I call the police to report it, and I just want to report for insurance purposes, but they investigate and they say, who did it? And I say, my neighbor did it. He threw a brick through my windows. But I don't want no charges against him. I just need a report for insurance purposes. You don't think that it's a possibility that they'll investigate that and say this guy did it, that's vandalism, we're going to charge him? You don't think that's a possibility? Even though I say, I don't want to file charges.
If there was no human injuries, no, they're not going to. You say you don't want to prosecute, then there's no human injuries. We're letting it go.
I don't know if
but we're just gonna give you this, document this for you, per your request.
I'm not saying you're not.
Kids are not endangered legally.
I'm not saying you're not telling the truth. I'm saying I don't necessarily know that to not be true.
Yeah, 'cause you ain't never been jammed up for real. You do little punk ass, speeding tickets and all that little fucking shit you be doing, arguing with cops. You ain't never been jammed up for real.
I've been jammed up once, but...
Oh, processed and everything? You had to change clothes downtown? Or Butler County?
No, I didn't actually have to change clothes. I was only down there for about 6 or 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm talking about for real. Being locked up for real. Had to get that, Jack Mac.
But I feel like I feel like I was locked up for real because I had to actually go to a cell and they closed that door behind me and locked it. I couldn't leave. That felt locked up for real.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, mea culpa. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? But I just something just feels weird about the whole situation. Like, how did the news even get hold of this? When Indian Hill apparently trying to keep it on the low, just for insurance. So how did Channel 5 and everybody else get a hold of it? People tipping off a little stuff. It's just the whole situation is bizarre to me.
See, I think you're giving way too much credit to Indian Hills. Or Indian Hill. You're giving way too much credit to Indian Hill. I think.
Well, why would I give credit to Taft? They've admitted that they fucked up, didn't they?
Well, let me deal with the Indian Hill part first. According to WLWT News, the report that I played, they got the information from Indian Hill. And unless I heard that wrong, WLWT...
They got the information from the Indian Hill Police Department.
No, I don't think that's what they said. I think they said that Indian Hill, the school, somebody at the school is the ones that passed the information to WLWT. So the school got the information to the news and gave them misleading information. If I'm remembering that story that I played correctly. And somebody tell me if I'm wrong, because, every once in a while, I remember stuff incorrectly. So somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but that's what WLWT reported.
Well, I just think y'all taking on Indian Hill, y'all forgetting. Maybe that is what happened. But I just want to remind y'all, this ain't your father's Cincinnati anymore. Like Indian Hill, their best athlete there today right now is a black kid.
Okay, and
he's going to play baseball at Mississippi State.
And
you know what I'm saying? I'm just because I know how you think. I've been listening to you for 20 years,
but I'm not
25
sure.
years, however long it's been.
Right, but I'm not
I know
sure
your train of thought.
What you believe the significance of that is. Please tell me.
The significance of what?
Of being a black kid that goes to Indian Hill. Tell me what you believe the significance of that is, please.
or black folks ain't in those downtrodden areas. You know, back in the day, back when you and I were in school, 90% of black kids went to CPS.
Okay, so but
now that number decreased to like 75%.
Okay, so this is just to help me understand the point that you're trying to make. It sounds like the point that you're trying to make is that if there's a black kid at the school, the administration can't have racial animosity or racist intentions. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
Not at all. Only a man who was 5'4" would reach like he's 7'4" off of that information.
Wait,
you're reaching, son.
Hold on.
Please stop.
All right, so then help me understand the point of you bringing up that a black kid plays for Indian Hill.
I'm just simply saying because you come from that radio station. That radio station, has the same mantra since it first signed on back in 2000 or whatever, that only black people go to these schools. Hell, they don't even accept the fact that there's black people on the west side of Cincinnati, west side of Hamilton County.
So again,
that's bizarre to them.
Wait, so you, just so I'm clear again, because I want to come to a consensus.
Yeah, because you keep interrupting me. You won't let me finish, but go ahead. Let me clear you up.
I want to come to a consensus. So you're saying that you told me that there's a black kid that attends Indian Hill because I worked for a radio station? That's the only reason you said that?
No, I'm telling you that the Buzz, that station that you used to work for,
okay,
has the most tired and trite opinion of Cincinnati geographics that is so old and outdated that they're almost not even worth listening to at times.
And again,
that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you that black people have moved up economically and socially, and there are black people, not just one or two Bengals kids, regular, hardworking black people that go to Indian Hill, that go to Elder, that go to Moeller, that go to St. X. We're not at just Whitford and Woodward anymore.
And again, you're saying that to say what with regard to this incident?
I'm saying that to say that I don't think that Indian Hill has an extra grind over Taft and knows there's nothing to get out of that in trying to bury Taft. So I don't know what you're saying, thinking that it's going to affect a Taft kid's future.
Well, it already affected their reputation.
It's not. Just stop.
It definitely,
accept the fact that you're wrong.
It 100% affected their reputation. You had people running around talking about how bad these black kids are from Taft, and how they were
Taft was leaning on me.
How they were not.
30 years ago, Taft was leaning on me.
What?
30 years ago, Taft was the lean on me, East Side High School.
And what does that have to do with what you keep bringing up stuff?
How can their reputation take any more hits?
Oh.
It's a Cincinnati public school. It can't take a worse hit. So what are you talking about?
No, now I hear what you're saying. Let me put it all together not for you because you understand, but let me put it all together for the rest of the people. All right, he's saying
nothing crazy because I know we know
he's saying
the spin doctor.
Indian Hill may have sent that story to WLWT, but it couldn't have been, some anti-black bias or anti-CPS bias because there's a black kid that goes there. And if there's a black kid that goes to your school, you can't possibly be racist. And their CPS's reputation is so bad that there's nothing that could make black kids' reputations worse than going to CPS. I get it.
Emanuel the Gyro, you're a spin doctor. Very cleverly, well played.
But
else? It's not going to work today. It only works on.
Okay.
Like Clippy said, you Livingstons, you always don't you talk right. Don't you talk regular. You're trying to spin stuff. No.
I am talking regular. That is what that's not the words that you used. Those aren't the words that you use, but that is the idea that you attempted to convey.
No, again, you're used to talking to that 60-year-old civil rights audience. You know what I'm saying? Them people who grew up, getting beat up just because they was black. That's your core audience. You know, the Janice Robertsons and them. You know, that generation. Yeah, that's your core audience. I get that, but that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just simply saying I just don't. I think better of Indian Hill. I think that they gave the report to Channel 5 because somebody called Channel 5 and said, "Hey, Indian Hill filed a report about Taft." So, doing their due diligence as reporters, they call Indian Hill. What's this about? Indian Hill say, "Well, yeah, we did have to file a report with the Indian Hill police." Boom. That's all.
That's clear.
Tav, you know, but to go up there and to stretch it out to say that this is going to affect the Tav kid, this could potentially affect the Tav kid's future, you're reaching. Like, please stop.
Again, just so we're clear, that is not all. Otherwise, they would not have come back and said, "We're sorry if what we reported to Channel 5 was what was the word? Misleading."
Misconstrued?
I think they said, I don't remember the exact words, but basically they said we misled people about what happened. And
Who said we misled people?
Indian Hill.
Okay. I didn't see that, but okay.
Hold on.
I believe I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
Well, I don't want you to take my word. Hold on.
No, I believe you.
No, because real quick.
In the effort of moving up.
I can find the statement. Because I don't want you to take my word. I want you to understand that what I'm saying is true. And on behalf of oh, come on, stop it. Pause. On behalf of Indian Hill, we issue a note of apology to all families who felt like there was misleading information released. This was not the intention of responding to media requests. So they understand that they gave the media misleading information.
No, I think that I don't think so. But if that's what they're saying, I'll go with it. Hey,
you're right. Those good white people lying on themselves.
The woman at the house is calling me, so I have to kind of go. But hey, it's always a pleasure. We'll finish this another day because I got some very strong opinions about this situation.
I understand, and those good white people is lying on themselves, and I should be ashamed of myself for listening.
Maybe they are. That's not what I said, but you want to twist it up like that. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty low of you. I expect better. Somebody who's been around here for 25 years. Being in media, I think that's pretty low and low down of you.
I agree. Those were not the words that you used. Just the idea that you were trying to convey.
No. You're better than this, But hey, it's always a pleasure regardless. We'll try this again some other day soon. But until then, just remember, I'm the camera of Cincinnati. I blow up the negatives so that people can see the bigger picture. Oh!
All right. That was Fame. I think I accurately captured the idea that he was trying to convey to the people. I think I encapsulated it pretty good. I think I did a good job. I'm pretty sure that was the point he was trying. Why else would you bring up, they got an athlete over there that's black at Indian Hill? Okay, and you're saying that to say? I'm just saying it because you was at the radio station. No, you saying it to say that they could not have some racial intentions because they got a black athlete. Stop it. We not stupid. Well, most of us ain't. One or two might not be that bright. But the majority of us, we not stupid. We get what you was trying to say. We get it. And I still believe, number one, it is an assault on their reputation. And number two, I would have to talk to like an actual attorney who says to me, Emanuel, it is impossible for any Taft student to have been charged if Indian Hill reported to the police that they damaged their property, but they did not want to file charges. It's impossible. It's a legal impossibility for a Taft student to have been charged. Then I'll take their word for it. But they would have to say there was 0% chance. It was a legal impossibility for a single Taft student to be charged with anything. Vandalism, anything of that sort. I just don't believe it's a legal impossibility. But I'm not, that's okay. Maybe it is. Carolyn said, why you got fame sounding like a slave? I'm just saying what he said. And he did kind of sound a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He sounded a little bit like, Master can't be no racist because he's got some of us in the house. You think Master would be racist and have one of us in the house? Master's son feeds off a black woman's breast. He can't be racist. Really? He can't be? Because he suck a black woman titty. Like, you could still be racist and suck a black woman titty. You could still be racist, and I'm not saying that Indian Hill is. But I'm saying you could be and have a black kid play on your team. Or even have a whole black team and still be racist. What team was it? I want to say it was, they tell me, Alabama and Paul Bear Bryant. Either it was Alabama and Paul Bear Bryant or Adolph Rupp. Black team with some blacks on it came in and trounced them. And then they said, I got to give me some of them niggas on my team. But they didn't have a A, they had the hard R. They whooped our tail. We got to get some of them niggers on our team. But they not racist. But they had blacks on their team. What you mean? They had black people on their team. That don't necessarily mean that you're not racist because you got black people. Ooh, I want to take advantage of what I perceive to be the athletic superiority of black people. Therefore, I can't be racist. Come on, fame. And again, I'm not saying that they are, but that doesn't mean that they're not. It's like saying, Strom Thurmond ain't no racist. How you know Strom Thurmond ain't no racist? Because he had a baby with a black woman. Okay. David Harris says, Alabama coach, Paul Bear Bryant. All right, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow, and if I am, it's gonna be late. If I am here tomorrow, it's gonna be late. I know I have a 2 o'clock, so there's somewhere that I have to be from 2 until 3 tomorrow. I know that. So if I can get from there and get here like by 4 o'clock, then I'll be on at 4. But if things kind of go a little long, then I might not be here. But I'll do my best to let y'all know as soon as I find out. But I do know that I have a 2 to 3. Lethea, talk about, can we talk about Pop-Tarts now? What about Pop-Tarts, Lethea? Oh. And Troy says, I believe Rupp did the same thing with Kentucky. I think he did. I think he did. Vegas makers say E-Man will be here tomorrow at 4:15. But yeah, no, I do. I have a 2 to 3. I'll tell y'all about how everything went down. Oh. Nate!
E-Man, can you hear me, or do I need to take these headphones off?
I can hear you.
I expect more from Fame. I'm a little disappointed in his call, in his commentary, in his train of thought.
All right.
Clearly, Indian Hill apologized. They weren't apologizing for nothing. They were apologizing for misleading the media, and the media did exactly what they wanted them to do, which is to tarnish the reputations of these young black kids. Now, here's how I sort of disagree with where you're going with this. It don't have to be about criminal for it to be damaging to a young person. You know, they've got all these, what do you call the deal where even high school kids can go get paid? They can go get the agents.
The
get paid,
NIL deals.
Say it again?
NIL, name, image, likeness deals.
Yeah. So I don't know if that applies to any of the Taft football team, but I believe they are undefeated this season. So there is, of course, a possibility that with them being in a city with many rich corporations, many rich people, many rich business owners, that maybe them individually or their team could have been in line for some sort of a sponsorship, some sort of a money deal. And if not in high school, then when they go on to college. But if I'm the business owner and you were part of a team that went into Indian Hill and you tore up their locker room, which was the original, allegation, I might have second or third thoughts about whether or not to give you that money. Especially if, imagine, and of course, yeah, this is a little far-fetched, but if it's down to two people, one from the successful Taft team and one from the successful Indian Hill team. But I was leaning towards the Taft team until that locker room incident. So it's not just criminal, it's also financial, it's reputational, and, my last thing is, and again, this is another far-fetched idea, but I was thinking about it while I was back in the backyard working and listening to you. If I lived in Cincinnati or in the district, and I found that, y'all keep coming to me talking about we need money, we need levies, we can't pay for this and we can't pay for that, and I find out that with no investigation or very little investigation, that Indian Hill came and shook you down for some money to fix up their locker room, even though, as you said earlier, y'all got a whole bunch of money out there in Indian Hill, I would be wondering about taking some sort of action, some sort of taxpayer lawsuit, if I had time, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to cause trouble. I don't see how I would be okay with you taking money out of my pocket, giving it to Indian Hill with no questions asked, no investigation. I would probably be at least threatening, at least sending you a strongly worded letter threatening to take some sort of a legal action, because that's just not right. You don't take from I had called the radio and said that this was a real life battle of the haves versus the have-nots. Little did I know that after the game, where the haves won, that they would try to send a bill to the have-nots to help trick out their locker room at their high school. It's unbelievable. I just wanted to add that. Come on, Fame, you can do better. I expect more from you. And so with that, It's been nice. Congratulations on the new job.
Hold on. One quick question before you go. You said you called the radio, and you said this was a case of the haves and the have-nots. The person that you was talking to, did they get all giddy and excited thinking about Tyler Perry when you said that? I'm just curious.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I cannot say accurately whether that happened or not. But if you don't have any shows between now and Thanksgiving, which is a real life chance, I want to wish all your listeners a happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully I'll see you at Thanksgiving dinner if we don't go down to Alabama, which I think we are going to.
All right.
All right, E-Man, you got any questions for me?
No, I'm just about to get up out of here and go do some stuff.
It was only right that you did an extended show today, considering we've been missing you all these days. So I'm kind of thinking about objecting to you leaving now, even though it's 7 o'clock. You probably owe us at least another hour or so to make up for lost time.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, good talking to you.
All right, talk to you later.
Peace.
Alethea.
Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay. I want to know what the hell is your problem.
I think too much.
Who said it's okay for you to get a job and then just leave your listeners?
I'm not leaving them. I'm not leaving. I'm
That
not
ain't
leaving.
good.
I'm figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
This is not. Yeah, listen, let me tell you something. You don't even have a plan for us. Like you think you could just wing this on us and we'd be like, oh, okay, congratulations. I'm not saying congratulations. You knew you were doing this, so you should have had a plan.
I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know when or what time.
When you did the application, resume, the training, we should have been included in all this planning.
Well, I haven't done the training yet. See, I haven't done the training. I just did the application, resume, a few interviews, acceptance of the offer letter, and all the onboarding stuff. Almost all of it. But I haven't done any training yet.
I think you're full of shit. So guess what I did? Oh my gosh. I went on your Facebook page and I told you, and I put that if anybody can guess how many flavors of Pop-Tarts you had in your cupboard, they win the afternoon experiment sweatshirt on you.
Okay.
Your listeners went crazy on the post, and I think you should be Oprah Winfrey because everybody gets a sweatshirt. Like, everybody was right. Like, oh yeah, he did say that.
Well, it all depends. Hold on. See, because you didn't check with me for the answer. Who said cherry, strawberry, and brown sugar?
Well, one, I think it was Mary Bird. She was like 3. She gave the number. She didn't even guess the flavor. She said you had 3 flavors. Then another one went in there. Now, I can't remember her name. Oh my gosh. But she was like, he likes cherry or strawberry. He don't even know which one he likes. And I said, that is exactly what he said. You get a sweatshirt too. So just get the sweatshirts ready because you owe down. Just you owe down. And I feel like I can't call you on your job. Like, this is so depressing. Your happiness is depressing for me because I remember I called you and I was like, you sleep? It's like I'm whispering.
Hey, you thought I was asleep. Sometimes I be, in situations where I can't just be talking out loud. You got to whisper.
Okay. That was so funny to me. I was like, what's wrong with you? But I like annoying you at odd times, and you're a pretty good guy, and I wish you the best success at your new employment, and I know you're going to reach the top of the ladder in no time. You're a great person.
Well, I
but
appreciate that.
I think you're a very smart person, so just watch your mouth, watch your tone, stop trying to correct people. So you've been out of the work field for a while, so I just thought I should give you these pointers.
Just for the record, luckily, in this field, a lot of my job is going to be correcting people.
Oh,
yeah. If you got the wrong IP address, that's got to be right. You can't have the wrong one and still expect everything to work. So luckily, a lot of my job, or at least a portion of my job, is going to be making sure things are correct. So
that's how you gun this job. Okay. That's how you landed this. I get it. You're very good at being annoying as hell. I love this for you. I do. But we needed a definite answer. Tune in on this day at this time. But I think you just waiting, and you're taking advantage of us. That's what I really think. You could have a plan for us. But you're taking advantage of our lawyers at this point.
Well, let me say this again. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going away because I enjoy y'all. I like talking to y'all and interacting with y'all. So I'm not going away. But timing will have to be moved and or adjusted.
Okay. I know Miss Livingston is excited for you. She gets to pack your lunch and leave you a note and stuff.
You might want to call her and tell her to do that.
Listen, I'm so excited for you though. Congratulations.
Thank you, Olivia.
But just let us know when it's okay to annoy you on your Facebook. I know that's very, very important. So don't be allowing your work friends on your Facebook because they will never get.
Hey, let me tell you this. I was worried. And I don't know if y'all noticed this, or I don't know if I effectively did it, but I had to set my Facebook page to private.
Yes.
Because, you don't want potential employers tuning in and hearing some of the stuff that y'all say, and one or two of the things that I say, and be like, no, we don't even want to interview that guy. So, my page is set to private.
Are you nervous though, being older and starting to work again?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh. Cool.
I don't care about being older. Work is work. You do what you got to do. And hopefully I'll be there and, kind of like what I did at the radio station for a lot of the younger people. I would do my best to help them in areas and things like that. So, maybe it'll end up being the same situation. I don't have no problem being around younger people or older people.
Okay. Christmas parties coming up. You'll be working by then?
I start Monday, so.
Make sure you get your ugly Christmas sweater. Have that ready. These jobs, they celebrate everything. Potlucks, your stomach's about to be all messed up. Make sure you pack some antacids and all that stuff in your desk. So get prepared, is what I'm telling you.
Did you tell me to pack some antacid?
I said antacid? How do you say it?
No, antacid is fine, but I'm not 92 years old. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't understand when you work with different people, they use different spices that you're
don't matter.
Not familiar with. African, Mexican.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. A nigga know how to not eat potato salad with raisins. You know what I'm saying? I know. You know what I'm saying? I know how to eat the stuff that I can eat.
Oh my God! No, you didn't say that.
I'm just saying. I know.
Well, good luck to you. I just wanted to call and tease you today because I know I called you at a bad time, and it was hard to hang up when you said I'm listening. I'm like, oh what? I'm like, I want to get on with your business. Like, are you doing those services again, trading? But you have a wonderful night, okay?
You do the same, Alethea.
All right. Thank you, Eli. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Yeah, I do. I got to get out of here. Nat says, I don't eat people's food at potluck. Like Public Enemy said, can't trust it. Right. Right. You got, I know. I know what to eat. Hold on. Somebody sent something and I wanted to answer it. But a whole lot of stuff done went by. E-Man, give away more free hoodies. I don't know that I've ever given away free hoodies. But I might give away like free t-shirts or something like that. Hoodies ain't cheap. You do not see radio stations and TV stations, for the most part, giving away hoodies as you know, swag or, you know, whatever they call it, promotional items. You don't see that. So I might do some t-shirts. I might do a batch of t-shirts, even though I don't know, you know, in all reality, who wants an Afternoon Experiment t-shirt, you know, and I'm not saying that like to be humble or nothing like that, but realistically speaking, who want a daggone Afternoon Experiment t-shirt? I know people will take anything free, so I'm not saying nobody would take it. But people ain't running around like, well, I want an Afternoon Experiment t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's just not something that's happening. But I'll think about printing out some t-shirts. Even though giving them out, how would I give out t-shirts? Because I'm not mailing t-shirts out to people. So, you know what I'm saying? People will have to pick them up. And y'all not coming to my house. Y'all not coming to my house. So, in terms of, I would have to be out somewhere. And I'll meet me here. And I don't know. I'll give it some thought. All right. Yeah, I got to get out of here. Hold on, let me take Alethea's name down. All right. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate all the congratulations as well. I feel like y'all went on this journey with me. We switched times from 3 to 6 and all of that kind of stuff. So, I appreciate y'all. Again, I'm not gone. Crystal says, we purchased the shirts, didn't we? Yes, it was for a cause, but it was also about the show. Well, I guess. I just really kind of figured that was because people wanted to support breast cancer awareness and all of that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I guess so. And again, I appreciate y'all. Jerica say, we gonna miss you. I'm not going nowhere. Like, I might have to come on, like, at 11 o'clock. And I know that'll mess with y'all, because, like, oh, he on at 11, but the real show is on at 11. I might have to come on at 9, you know. Maybe do 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 or something like that. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm not going nowhere. I'm not gone. At least I don't think I'm gone. I don't think I'm gone anywhere. So, we'll see. I have to look at the manual and all of that type stuff. See? I don't want to lose my job. But, yeah, we'll see. Krista says, this feels like a goodbye. It is definitely not a goodbye. And I will be here I might be here tomorrow. If so, it's probably, you know, closer to 4 o'clock. And I might be here. I think I'm like 85% certain that I'll be here on Friday as well. So, yeah. So we will see what happens. Let me get ready to get out of here. Jerika.
Okay, so I'm saying this in advance that my voice is just coming back, so I know I sound crazy. So I'm just prefacing that. But
You need to stop smoking that stuff.
Huh?
Nothing.
Shut your mouth. I can't believe I think this is it. Like, I think this is the farewell tour. I think this is the Michael Jackson, it's it. So we can't trust when you didn't have a job that you would come on. So you think we will really trust that now that you have a job that pays money, that you're going to come back? Is that what you want us to believe? Like, you leave us sitting in the window thinking you're going to come and pick us up and you never show. Do you understand me? Do you understand how that feels for us? I'm telling you, it's as if we are addicts. We are on your page. Because you told us, right? At one point you said, you know what I'm going to start doing? To stop you guys from just coming and checking to see if I'm on, I'm going to post
And
if
I
I'm not
did.
going to be on.
And I did.
Bullshit.
I did.
You are alive.
Yes, I
we
did.
Remember.
Hold on. Can I get it out? Can I get it out?
Yes.
I did, except for Monday and Tuesday.
That was this week, sir. I'm talking about the other weeks. Sir, I probably can count on one hand when you really posted when you are going to come on. And trust me, at least me, Sierra, Dina, I know the daughter, DeAndre also, we are there checking to see, restarting, see if that little green fucking dot is on your face to say that you're there. Then it goes from the green dot to he's been gone for 15 minutes to he's been gone for 4 hours. Like, he's not coming, guys. He's not coming. We're all there, though. I know we probably check your page up until 5 o'clock. And we're like, if he ain't here by 5, we don't think he's coming. Like, we are really hurt. So you have to be gentle with us. And the way you just yanked this Band-Aid off, I'm a bit offended. Because I think this is it.
What?
I wasn't even going to call in because my voice sounds so fucking crazy. But I think this is it. I feel like this is goodbye, farewell.
So, all right. So if I come on tomorrow and Friday, then what do I get? If I'm not telling the truth, and I come on tomorrow and Friday, then y'all should be sending me money then, right?
Yeah, we told you to set up. We told you to set up a GoFundMe a long time ago. I truly believe the people that you have here would contribute because we're those kind of people. Now, you got some that won't. They'll just sit idly by. But I think for the most part, because we know you're unemployed at that time. You was unemployed. You needed some money. I don't want you out there like Alethea was talking about exchanging services. We don't want you to go that low. So we would have given you a little bit of money, $5 here, $5 there. But the way that you're doing this to us right now, it hurts. It's like the end of a friendship. We've been here for years.
Well, it shouldn't hurt because I will still be here.
We don't believe you. Okay? You know what? The proof is in the pudding. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's it. Because we can't even trust that you're going to be here for the remainder of the week. And you ain't even working yet. So, I don't know if you got to buy a uniform. You got to buy a uniform.
Huh?
The polo. You got to buy a uniform?
No, I don't have to buy a uniform. Dress casual.
Okay.
I mean business casual.
Good deal.
Business casual.
Okay. So what is it that you have to do tomorrow and Friday that would keep you from being able to come on?
Well, I have a meeting tomorrow. It's not a meeting. I have a thing tomorrow from 2 to 3. I'll tell you about it when I get back from the thing. So I have a thing tomorrow from 2 to 3. It's downtown. And as long as I'm out of there by 3, then I should be home by 4. And then I'll go on. And Friday, as of right now, I don't have anything. So, yeah, that's that.
Okay. Well, okay. Again, I won't hang my hat on it. I'll just say, I'll see you around. Because I'll be there somewhere. You can say right now, I'll be on Friday at 4 o'clock, guys. I'll see you then. And then on Friday at 3:30, we're there lurking. 4 o'clock lurking. Green dot goes off. And then it's like 13 hours later. Like, But I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I think we're all happy for you. We just see that this door is coming to a close and this chapter is over. But we're hopeful.
I appreciate the congratulations and the happy for me and all of that kind of stuff. I really do.
Right. Okay. Well, I bid you adieu. 27.
27. Oh, yeah. Nat says, I guess you passed the drug test. Well, I wasn't concerned about the drug test. I know I'm going to pass that unless somebody set me up. You know what I'm saying? Unless they set me up. If I did not pass the drug test, then I'm like Lawrence Taylor. I was set up like a motherfucker. I know I'm going to pass the drug test. The background check, you know what I'm saying? Still got that thing on there from 20 years ago. But that should not have. I wasn't really concerned about that being a factor. All right, y'all. Let me see. Let me take her name off of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me again today. I got to get out of here. Again, I will probably be here tomorrow. Look for me at around 4. But again, I will let y'all know as soon as I know. And I plan on being here on Friday. At least as of right now, I don't have anything that I have to do on Friday. So we'll see what happens. I guess that's about it. As always, enjoy the rest of your evening. And be the reason that somebody smiles this evening. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.